Yeah, anyone got any buyers in Cleveland?
Yo, who just said that? Somebody say you got buyers.
What's up, Rick?
Who's got buyers? Somebody say you got any buyers in Cleveland?
Yeah.
We just dropped a new product, and I'm going to demo it today, and I'm going to sell your deal in real time if it's moderately decent. So
23%. Gosh.
Oh, bro.
Nice setup, bro.
Yeah, new angle, huh?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, camera's higher up to get me a little bit more centered in the screen. I am, dude. Oh my god. So here's what we're gonna do. Riley, we'll use that as an example. Do you have the wholesale disclosure signed?
No, but I did send it out. I mean, I'm not too worried if we
Okay.
put it out there. I'll send it to you right now.
Because I probably would want to make sure you got that signed. But guys, I'm gonna be pulling audience members today and selling your deals in real time. I have very high confidence in my ability to do that today with our new tool and my existing buyers. So we're going to do that. But before we do that, I'm going to just get enough viewers here because I want a lot of people to see what I'm going to be telling y'all about. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of wholesale calls and then answering some questions. And then we're going to be taking your deals in real time and selling them live. Real holding my hand, real holding your hand. But yeah, it's going to be great. We're fixing the spandex first. Guys, I was intending to go to the gym today. I really was. And then I just got so slammed with so many work crises and things that needed to be put out, fires and such, that I just was like 3 hours on the couch working, couldn't do anything else. Okay. So I think we're all good to go. Suppressor, I have nothing to do with that. That is between you and Costas. You are making the majority of the profit. I have nothing to do with that. I am keeping $0 of your deal. I don't know the address. I don't know the deal type. I've never spoken to your buyer about this deal before. So Doug, you can talk to Costas. My team is simply facilitating closing for you. So if you want my team to back off and you just want to deal with Costas, so be it. That's okay. But I really just have nothing to do with that. So there's a support tab. You can contact support. It's manned constantly. But I don't know anything about your deal, man. That's what I told you in my text today. Okay, so are we live on YouTube? Yes. Okay. Welcome, Kaya. Welcome. I think it's Kaya or Kia, but I'm going to go with Kaya. I think Kaya is probably right. Yes, absolutely, Brendan. Let's go ahead and let's start with this. This is a nice little warm-up, Brendan. So let's let it rip, bro. He's got some beginner questions, and then Riley will help you out in a moment here. Chris is going to join us live to demo this because I don't fully understand it yet. But I just invited you up on stage, Mr. Brendan. Brendan, you'd have to accept the invite to hop on stage. But I'm ready for you right now. So if anybody has any basic questions, now would be a perfect time to warm up on some super basic, dumbed down questions that I'm happy to help with those. But yeah, Brendan, I cannot bring you up if you do not accept the invite. So I'm gonna move on to the next person. Let's bring up this person. So locked. I've just invited you on stage. You'll have to accept that. Oh, okay, got it. Well, so locked. What's going on, man? How you doing today?
I have a couple properties under contract. One's a duplex, one's a sixplex in my market here in Lincoln, Nebraska. I wanted to see about, I guess, if you can give me advice on getting like private money or funding the down payment, closing costs, all that.
Okay, you have a sixplex in where?
It's near Lincoln, Nebraska.
Okay, and this is a property you have under contract?
Correct, yeah.
All right, well, let's first determine whether or not you should acquire the property or should wholesale the property. I'm an owner in Nebraska as well. I've got a commercial building in Nebraska, so I'd love to give you some advice on that. Tell me a little bit about this. Can you share the address with us?
Can I just because it is like a seller finance deal and I've been working with them, can I send it to you?
Yeah, let's keep it private, dude. No need to share it out loud. So just DM it to me, or you can just tell us about it. So I guess I'll ask you this: what's the purchase price of the property?
320.
320,000. And what sort of down payment have you discussed with your seller?
So on this one, it's 0 down and 3 months deferred payments.
Wow. Tell me about the condition of this property.
So 6 doors. There's 2 triplexes. Essentially, one's a conversion, one's like a row home with 1 bed, 1 bath units in each. And then the other one's like a conversion. So it's 1 bed, 1 bath, 2 bed, 1 bath. And then those are all.
Does it need any
I
rehab?
just named off. And then there's a 2 bed. So the 2 bed, 2 bath needs probably, I don't know, $5,000 worth of work. All the materials are there. We just need to put it in.
Huge.
Construction.
Okay. And then what does the property rent out for when it's fully occupied?
So once we get the 2-2 finished, it effectively $4,000 right now. Without the 2-2 finished, it's at $2,800.
$2,800. Okay. And
Gross.
when your monthly payments begin to the seller, what will they be?
It's 5.5% interest is what we negotiated. 3-year balloon, which is kind of that's the kicker. But 1,600-ish.
Okay. So 5% interest. And when fully occupied, you bring in 2,000 what?
So once the 2 bed, 2 bath is done, it'll be bringing 4,000 gross.
Oh, interesting. So it's a you said it's a 6-unit property?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, we got a 6-unit property. It'll be bringing in a total of 4,000. You're paying the seller $1,600 at 5% interest, and then taxes and insurance on that might bring that up to 2,100. You think?
Yeah.
And there's no mortgage on the property. You're just seller financing it outright.
Correct. Yep.
Wow, that's interesting. Now, are you paying what the property was listed for, or slightly above what the property is listed for?
Exact asking price.
Nice. Okay, you have a 3-year balloon. Now, given that you put down $0 and you do have an interest rate on this, you're looking at, in 3 years, owing your individual $286,000. One of the biggest factors here is you need to be able to refinance $286,000 at the balloon, because you probably won't be able to predict a sale, and especially if you want to keep holding the property and getting that cash flow. $350,000 times 0.75 is what you can bring out of what you could probably reasonably refinance out of the property. That's $262,000. So you can only leverage $262,000 out of a future value of $350,000. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's all we can really count on.
Yeah,
If we can count on it.
we're assuming that. Oh, I gotta tell this. I'm gonna pick this up and tell him to just 1 second. Hold on. Yo, I'm gonna try. And then I'm gonna give you a call. Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah, no worries.
Oh, good. Talk soon. Bye. Yeah, so that's my only concern. I think your cash on cash obviously would be really good. Refinance expectations. If the property appraises for $50,000 higher than you purchase it for now, you're not going to be able to refinance without bringing money to the closing table in order to do that. So that's my only concern with that. What would happen if you called your seller and you said, "Hey, what do you think it's worth in 3 years?" And he's like, I don't know, maybe like 350 or so. And you're like, okay, I can only pull 75% out of what a property appraises for in a refinance. So when it comes to me paying off everything else I owe you, I'm going to refinance the property. What do we do with the refinance? I'd have to bring a lot of money to the refi. That's what I would say to this guy, because I think everything else is stellar about your deal. As far as raising money for the closing costs and the renovation necessary to acquire this property, I think address the balloon hurdle first, because you could get yourself into a financial and potentially legal pickle with a balloon in 3 years without enough equity to pay off that balloon. Does that make sense? So can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's what I would say. And then as far as raising capital for a seller finance deal, let's say that you had this deal on a 6-year balloon and you negotiated there. All of a sudden, your deal would be super, super interesting to a lot of different individuals. And you could go to somebody like Riley Kelly, the guy on stage, because I know Riley Kelly's probably closed over $100,000 in wholesale deals. And you could be like, yo, I'll give you half ownership of this property if you pay the entry for me. And we can be 50 owners of the property. Now, I don't know if Riley Kelly perchance is actually open to that, but I would find a buyer. And then instead of taking an assignment fee, I would take equity in the property. And that's how I would raise private money. So you go about marketing this property the exact same way that you would typically market this property, right? But instead of the assignment fee, you're going to ask for equity in the property, and I would try for 50% equity in the property in exchange for somebody coming in and funding the entire deal and the rehab.
Okay.
But in order for you to find that individual, the deal needs to be attractive enough. And I think the only thing holding you back from the deal being attractive enough is your balloon. So you might want to trade some terms. And what I mean by trading terms is you might want to go to the seller and say, look, what, and put the question first. Don't make your statement first. Don't address the problem first. Ask the question first. And the question that you're going to ask first is, what will this be worth in 3 years? You're setting a trap for the seller. Because if you tell him that you can't refinance the property in 3 years, his follow-up question is going to be, the property will be worth $500K in 3 years. We know it's not going to be worth that much. So let's get him to answer that question first and then come to him with our issue. Because if we do it the other way around, he's going to say, well, how do you know it will be worth 350? And it's like, bro, we're approaching a massive real estate correction right now. But that's an opinion. We can't prove that that's going to be the case. But real estate has been going up for way, way, way too long, and people aren't making enough money to support the increases that we're seeing. And interest rates are still high as hell. So we're about to see a correction, and chances are in 3 years, your property appraises for $300K or $340,000 or something like that. So I would say, hey, just out of curiosity, for deal purposes, what do you think this will be worth in 3 years? He's like, oh, maybe like 350. And you're like, yeah, I kind of think it'll be worth around that too. By the way, how do I pay you off the balloon? Because I can only pull out 75% of 350. Now he can't go back on his word saying that he said it would be worth 350. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Let you frame it for the seller to answer his own question.
Exactly. And you've already got him to say 350 or whatever the fuck he says. But keep in mind, if he says 400K, you want to hit him with, really? You think this thing is going to go up 100,000 in value in just 3 years' time? Because we haven't seen appreciation like that in a long time. Gaining 25% equity in 3 years is kind of insane, kind of pretty rare. You think that's going to be the case, though? And you're just kind of getting him to answer that question. And then maybe you guide him and say, well, I thought maybe a little bit closer to $350,000. And once he says yes to that, then you bring up the refinance thing. And then that's how you extend your balloon. You show him that, hey, we're running into a waterfall. This waterfall, when we fall off the edge, is going to affect myself and him. How is it going to affect him? If he wants to get that property back from you, he's going to have to foreclose, and that takes 10 months, and it's a legal process, and we don't want to do that.
Right.
Instagram, okay. Have we already lost audio? Yeah, we have. Okay. All right. Audio gone? Can somebody tell me if my audio is gone on Instagram?
I'm putting the other deal I was mentioning in the chat too.
Okay. I'm gonna restart Instagram. We're gonna restart. Man, honestly, if anybody can like AI me and just figure out why this is happening, that would be so helpful. Like, why is Instagram muting me? Somebody go ask AI that for me. Every single day I go live on Instagram, I get muted every single day. And I don't know what to do about it. But that is Unfortunately, what happens? So we just restarted it on Instagram. Certain conflicts. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm gonna pin my comment here. Maybe I can pin this. Pin comment. Are we good now, Instagram? All good? Okay. Guys, I'm sorry about that. You trust me, it's very frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. Anyways, yeah, so locked. Does that, you kind of know where to go from there?
For sure. I don't know if you have time to look at the other one, but that's the more complicated one. I think I'll try to work on the balloon, see if we can get a little longer. He's an older guy, so he's like, yeah, I want to get my money before I die.
Okay. Let me talk to you. We have a packed agenda today, and I told this guy I'd give him a call after I answered this one. So let me talk to you more about that tomorrow. Go address that balloon thing, come back, and we'll give you more advice on the next situation, okay? All right.
Sounds great, man. Thank you.
Talk soon. Gatorade Bath. We'll talk soon. Just one moment. Let me call Harry. Okay, so we're gonna jump into an acquisitions call, and let me just everybody know, everyone, I will be personally selling multiple of your deals today. Don't miss this, guys. In addition to, we'll talk about it in just a second, but to rile up the audience, let's do an acquisitions call here. Here we go. Guys, don't fall for rent scams in the chat if somebody's trying to scam.
Hello.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Well, if I'm being 100% honest, today has been so hectic and so many fires. You know exactly how that goes.
Indeed, I do.
Yeah, it's just part of the game some days. Some days super easy, other days not so easy. But yeah, so we have a walkthrough scheduled on Saturday for your what's that one on? Donald. Yeah. So that's I'm gonna follow up with the buyer here to make sure that that's actually happening. But
Right.
you think the rehab's gonna be sufficient enough?
Yes, I do. Well, it's been raining every single day this week, so the exterior is half painted, but the interior should be ready.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I would just make sure that the rehab is as good as it can be, and then the walk. Okay. And then
Yeah, of course.
and then I understand you've got something else for me. I've glanced at it, mortgage takeover, something.
Yeah. I'm happy to talk about it. I don't know if it would be a fit for anyone but I think it has some compelling things about it. I mean, first of all, I think there's the niche of buyer that has cash, but they can't qualify for a loan. Maybe they've had a bankruptcy, maybe they have low credit or no credit, maybe they're a foreigner. And these are 8 units, 7 out of 8 are already occupied. 4 of the tenants are Section 8 tenants. The last vacancy is also rent ready. So if someone does buy both of these properties, they're basically getting these properties for $60K per unit, which is pretty good.
So let me start with the use of the properties here, because that's my first thing. So guys, whenever a seller approaches me with the deal, like Harry, you're selling what was it, 7 or 8 of these right now?
So no, these are 2 properties, but 8 units.
Oh, I misread the text. I just glanced at it because I was busy. Okay. So whenever a seller comes to me and says, "Hey, I'm selling a property," I have to identify the use of the property first to understand which offer is going to be applicable. And the use of the property is fix and flip or rental. There's very few in between for the deals that I do. So
these are turnkey rentals.
Perfect. That's what I love to hear. So guys, now that we've gotten, when you're deciding which movie should I watch next, and it says, did you like this one or this one? And then it leads you down this chart to figure out which movie you want. That's how I'm visualizing this in my head. So Harry tells me he has a property. Okay, cool. There's a house. I first ask him, is this a rental property or is this a fix and flip? He tells me that it's a rental property. And then what's my next question after I figure out if it's a rental? Does it beat the stock market? That's the next question, because why do people buy rental properties? They buy rental properties because rental properties make a lot more money than the stock market if you buy right. Anyways, so let's figure this out. You have debt on the property. Are these low equity?
I do. I would not say that they're low equity. I'm trying to get my equity out.
Okay, we're trying to get your equity out. If we take one of the deals that you have, what is the mortgage balance and what might it be worth?
So the more expensive one, the loan balance is about $170,000. Now,
Okay.
I'm not saying these are good interest rates. I'd actually say they are bad interest rates. It's at 9.9.
Is that hard money or private?
No. It is a 30-year fixed. This would be a case where a buyer would buy it and then refinance later. Or, I mean, they could also bring DSCR financing. That's perfectly okay with me as well if we get our ask price.
Well, that could be possible as well. So now I'm kind of considering two options, like two strategies for rental. Either a buyer can take over debt, or either a buyer can just purchase the property with a DSCR loan. So those are both great options. I guess I'll ask you this: you owe 170 on the more expensive one. What is your perceived value on it?
255, and I could give you comps to back it up. And on top of that, that's not factoring into any value for the house in the back, because this is a 5-unit. 5 units are very rare in residential. I actually financed it myself as a 4-plex with an ADU. So 255 is definitely a reasonable valuation, in my opinion.
Okay, so now I'm thinking about my two strategies, guys. The next two questions I ask myself are: can we do a mortgage takeover, or do we have to do it with a DSCR loan? And I immediately think about the buyer's perspective rather than the seller's perspective. I know Harry's perspective is you're looking for 70K, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, that'd be great.
So he's looking for $70,000. I understand the seller's perspective in my head. Now I apply the seller's perspective to the buyer's perspective. The seller's perspective is, if I were buying this with a DSCR loan, I'd spend 70K. And there's a 9% interest rate. 70K unlocks me at least 2 properties, whereas here it only gets me 1. So now I move away from the mortgage takeover because I know I'm not going to be able to negotiate Harry. Well, I think I'm not going to be able to negotiate Harry to a point where it makes sense for the buyer. That's both a cash on cash return concern with putting 70K down, because I got to stack my fee on it and closing costs. Now we're at like 80,000 plus to enter the deal. And now you could most certainly buy this property for around that or less than that with a lower interest rate. So I'm moving away from the mortgage takeover and thinking more so of a conventional cash deal where we would have somebody come in and just purchase the property. And Harry, the good news is I just sold a 5-unit for a 15K assignment fee. 11013 Harvey in Cleveland, Ohio. Yours is how many units is yours?
5.
Perfect. So we could probably get this done again. So I guess we'll start with this. What would it rent out for? Not the max Section 8 rent that they'll pay, but what do you think it would reasonably rent out for per 5 units? I'm guessing maybe $1,000 per unit.
Yeah, so I have both. If you open the spreadsheet I gave, I have both the current rent, the Section 8 rent, and the market rent.
Ooh, so it's occupied.
Oh yeah, it's fully occupied.
Wow. Okay, so I'm looking at the 150K mortgage takeovers file. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to open this file. I'm going to share my screen so everybody can understand. There's a phone number on there. Holy shit, Harry. Okay.
No, but that phone number is my Google Voice phone number. So
okay. I was like, no way, dude. I'm just sharing my screen with like 200 people. Okay.
They can have that number.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want me to share my screen on this?
Yeah, if they want to buy the deal. Well,
they're wholesalers. They're gonna blow you the fuck up and try to. No.
Okay, all right, fine.
No.
Fair.
Okay. All right. So, are we looking at Parkgate or East 74th?
Let's start with. I mean, both are on the table. Let's start with East 74th.
Okay, yeah, that's the 5-unit, and I can see purchase price $255, rent revenue Section 8, rent revenue market, and then net income best case. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Let me just run it really quickly, and I agree with your 5,000 because I know for a fact that we can get that. And then as far as it getting inspected, what do you think condition will show?
Condition is pretty good. There's part of one of the, so we're just talking about the 5-unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So condition's pretty good. There's one unit with like a little bit of a leak, but everything other than that is fine. It really doesn't. If
Buyer will be inspecting property. If they come up with some issues, are you willing to either offer concessions or fix the issue?
Yes. I'll more likely want to just fix the issue.
Okay, because I could probably get you a reasonable price. So guys, now that I understand that he has a property for sale for $255, which is it occupied at 5,010?
It's occupied at it's occupied at 4535. That's the current rent. Here, I'll make it
five units occupied?
Yes, all 5 units are occupied at 4535 total.
I gotta run it at 4535. Unless you can during closing remove one tenant and rent out for hire, but I don't really want you to do that. I think we should just base it off because the buyers, they're not going to look at this as what could I get, because they, they're occupied even if it's month to month,
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to run it off 4535. The good news about 4535 is I'm not taking 20% off the top because it's occupied. So I'm only taking 15% off the top for management and any sort of repairs that we see or whatever it might be. So they're going to look at the 4535 as 15% less than that actually is. This is 3854. And then now we're going to subtract a reasonable mortgage payment. So what's the best price you're taking for this thing?
The best price I'm taking?
Yeah, knowing that we're running it off of 4535. What's the price we should try for?
I mean, I would love to net 70. So that would be 240.
Okay, 240. It might be possible. Might be very possible. So if I'm a good wholesaler, guys, I can get the seller exactly what he's asking for. I want to be competitive with realtors. So 240 would require a $48,000 down payment. The interest rate that the bank is going to give us is probably 7%. And I'm already starting to feel good about this, Harry. The reason I'm feeling good about this is because 240K with 48K down is only 1277. And that's what I like to see. So this is looking good.
Nice.
This is looking good so far.
If you tell me I could net more than 70,
I will let you. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. So, guys, Harry's a buddy of mine. It's a little bit. So this is cool because Harry's actually a seller of these properties. But because we're friends, I can do this open book negotiation where I tell you the strategies I would normally use on Harry to get him to agree to a good number. But chances are I could just get a good number off the bat because I think he produces excellent properties. You can find him on Instagram at Harry Gold. He's also one of the few people I follow. So we subtract the 1277, and if you're just joining us here, what's happening is he's selling a property. We considered mortgage takeover as a strategy, which is taking over the debt that he has in place. He shared with me that he has a disgusting interest rate. Harry, quite frankly, I don't even know how you got a 9.9% on a 30-year fixed. I don't even know how you did that.
It's such a ridiculous story. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, I do, because what the fuck is what is known as 9.9?
Yeah, no, it is disgusting. Basically, I bought a ski pass for $1,000. This was 2.5 years ago, maybe 3. And they said I could finance the $1,000 ski pass at 0% and make 3 payments of $300.
Are we talking about real estate?
Yeah, we are. And I'm like, you know what? I'll take free money. I'll do a 0% payment plan. So this was the time when I moved from Las Vegas to San Diego. During that time period, the debit card I used to sign up for that ski plan, it expired. I got a new debit card in the mail, never noticed. I ended up being 90 days late on payments. My credit score dropped from like 780 to low 600s. I had no way to buy this house except with a shitty credit score.
So you bought it on a credit card. It's a 30-year on a credit card?
No. This is no. It's a 30-year fixed loan, but my credit score was terrible when I got the loan.
I see. So they gave you but is it a DSCR loan?
Yes.
Damn, I didn't even know you could. I mean, you know what? I've seen 9% before, but on 60K because the lender has no way of making their money. So sometimes a lender might give you the worst rate you've ever seen because they just have no way of making money on a 60K loan, which I get. But this loan is like 170K. So the lender's happy as hell that he gave you this loan.
Yeah.
So he initially approached me, hey, mortgage takeover. And the reason that I crossed off mortgage takeover is he has too much equity. There's too much equity in the deal. If it's worth 240 and he owes 170, the gap is $70,000 plus closing costs and my fee, which is 80K. A buyer's not putting down 80K to buy a 240K property. Just no way in hell. Because they could put down 48K with a DSCR loan, call it 58K with closing costs. But we pivoted to a cash deal. And when I say cash, I use that interchangeably with getting a loan. And it's looking really good, actually. And I'm feeling really good about it. We haven't figured out the cash on cash return yet, but I feel really good about it. So what I did is I took his asking price, 240. I said, hey, we're going to put down 48,000, not with you, with the bank. The bank requires 48K down at a 7% rate. That's going to yield the $1,277 monthly payment that my Discord members are seeing on my screen right now. I'm sharing my screen with them. So they're seeing the calculations. You could too if you click the link in my bio. And then I took his rent, $45.35, which is occupied. And I took off 15%. That's for management and vacancy and repairs, whatever we may have. And now I'm going to subtract the monthly payment that the buyer would have, which is $1,277. And now the next question I need to ask is, on your mortgage statement, Harry, what are your taxes and insurance?
Let me pull that up. Give me 1 second.
Guys, look.
I do have it written. I have taxes and insurance combined at $958, which feels high.
That feels exorbitantly high, Harry.
Yeah, it probably is.
Why are you not sharing your screen on Discord? Oh, I thought I was. Oh shit, I'm so sorry, I wasn't. It's because the phone number is on the doc.
You're worried about the Google Voice phone number.
Yeah. Okay. Well. I don't.
A better thing to do, because you're not doing mortgage takeover anyway, is to just estimate what the taxes and insurance would be.
Okay, so I'm not a huge Cleveland market guy. What's our calculation for? I can figure out the insurance with just AI. I feel like the insurance is $200 a month. What do you think?
Yeah, so I have, for a property worth $250, a fourplex, my insurance agent estimates that at $1,339 per year.
Okay, and we can refer them to the buyer.
Absolutely.
111 per month, kind of low. I feel like I at least got to consider it to be 150.
You could beef it up a little bit.
Okay. So we're going to subtract our 1277. Is that correct? Yep, 1277. And then that's going to leave us with 2,577, 78. And then we're going to subtract $150 for insurance, because 111 for a 5-unit is actually insane. So just in case those terms don't completely extend, or maybe we're slightly off, I'm going to use 150. And then taxes. You mentioned 0.025. Does that apply to this as well?
That's the standard rate that I apply to all properties in Cleveland, and I believe it's relative. I believe it's on the conservative side. I don't know anything about this area being higher taxes at all, so that should absolutely cover it.
Okay. And to the guy who's like, you got to send me your Discord link as an invite. No, dude, it's in my bio. It's been there for 5 years. Okay. So I'm going to take the purchase price of $245 because they're going to buy it with a fee stacked. And I'm going to multiply that by 0.025. That's going to give me $6,125 per year. That feels accurate. That feels good. I when I see 6K taxes per year for a 5-unit for 240, yeah, that feels right. That's $510 per month. I feel much better about $510 than that $900. Where did $900 come from? Is that your current tax figure?
That's what it is currently. I don't know.
Well,
I could find it, but it won't really matter if the buyer gets a new.
But I can't imagine taxes going down. What do you have any idea what's going on there? Because I just can't imagine it.
Yeah, so a guess would be that somehow whoever calculates the escrow monthly charge miscalculated it, and I was probably behind for a while. So then they increased the escrow charge to catch up. I don't know.
But I deal with escrow balances constantly in creative finance, and usually they divide it over a period of months. It wouldn't be that high unless you're way behind, like years behind. So let me ask you this. Here's a better question. What is the zip code this is in? We'll find a similar property and check their taxes.
Well, you could look at the taxes for this exact property also. It says the half year net is $3,463, so it actually might be $7K a year in taxes on this property.
What does that mean? I don't understand that term.
So it is a little bit convoluted. Cleveland will charge you property tax twice a year, and when you look at their tax summary, they say here's what the half year balance owed is, and then just multiply that by 2 to find the full year.
So if the half year is 7,
No. The half year is 3463.
and where are you seeing that?
Should I just send you a text?
Yeah, send me a screenshot. Let me know where you're seeing that. Is that mortgage statement or public record?
This is public record.
Okay. Okay, cool. That's helpful. Public record is helpful.
Yeah, so I'll send you the link on how to get to it, but if you're not familiar with using the website, it takes a couple steps.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with it. But I believe you. I don't think you're making anything up. And guys, the address that we're talking about right now is 1024 East 74th in Cleveland, Ohio. Just in case there's any confusion, I see we have some scamming comments in the chat. We are talking about a real address. This is the owner on the phone. It's 1024 East 74th in Cleveland, Ohio. We're trying to figure out the appropriate offer, but we're having a little bit of a hiccup on taxes, but I think we've just figured it out. So to reiterate my math here, Harry mentioned that he's bringing in, what was that, 4,535?
4,000.
Yeah.
Close.
4,535.
4,5. Oh yeah, no, that's right. 4,535. That's it.
And then we subtract our mortgage payment of $1,277, and then we subtract our insurance of $150, and then we're going to use $7K for taxes because Harry saw that on public record. I couldn't imagine why your taxes are that high, but that's $583, which sounds right to me. $583 per month, which leaves us.
That actually is awful.
Yeah, dude, I wish I understood what was happening there, but it looks like you're making $1,844 per month net, meaning per year you'd be making about $22,000, and the buyer's total cost of entry on this is going to be around $60,000, which 150% hits our cash on cash return needs. Now, I'm going to run it with these terrible taxes just in case, because I want to understand worst and best case scenario. So we subtract 1,277. It's actually a little bit more than 1,277 because I that's my PITI based on without my fee. So I'm going to go ahead and go here. We're going to do 50K down, so 1,330 with our fee. So we're going to do this times 0.85. That's the rent times 0.85. And then we're going to subtract your 1,330 new PITI. And then we're going to subtract the terrible taxes of 900 and taxes are currently showing as what?
Like 7 G's, which comes out to 3%.
What was the nines? You mentioned a 980 figure. I want to run it because we just got a great cash on cash return with 7K a year. Like a more than good cash on cash return. I want to
So the taxes and insurance collectively on my current mortgage is $958.
Okay, we'll use that just worst case scenario, just to understand what, because I don't want them to come back to me and be like, well, the cash on cash is actually, I want to build in for that. I want to build in for, we discovered something, because shit always happens in real estate closings. So I'm looking at net profit, worst case scenario, 1,566, if that's what your tenants are paying. Yearly, that net profit is 18,000. It's going to cost somebody 60 racks to buy this thing. We're looking at 31%. We're looking at 31% cash on cash. I'd like to sell this today. I'd like to sell it today. Is it ready?
Yes, it's occupied. It's cool. It's chilling.
Okay, I think this elevated cash on cash return is going to help any sort of issues that may come up.
What? Of course, I'm watching your math, and if I could net 80 G's, I'm happy. And then anything else,
I can't stack another 10 on it. I'm gonna shoot.
You don't think so?
No, because what's gonna happen is some shit's gonna come up, and they're gonna ask for concessions, and I'm gonna use the cash on cash return to argue them down. So they're gonna be like, well, what about this? And what about? I'm like, shut up. You have a 31%.
Just try it. I think this could actually appraise for 290 because there's just not 5-unit comps. So I'm looking at 4-unit comps and adjusting for square footage, but this has a whole free house in the back.
I am willing to lock this up with wait. What do you mean it's technically a separate house. There's so
well, it's physically a separate house. Like there's a brick 4-unit, and then behind the brick 4-unit is a standalone structure that's a single family home on the same parcel. That's included.
How old are your roofs?
Well, I don't know off the top of my head.
Could they be old?
They could be old.
Oh, dude, we got to stay where we are. There's going to be shit that comes back. Because most of the time when people show me a turnkey and it needs a roof, I'm like, dog, they're not gonna, this isn't gonna fly. So, dude, if it shows a roof, that's, I mean, how, do you have any idea when the roof was replaced on either of the properties?
Well, one of them is a flat roof. And I've done a lot of like retarring to fill some of the cracks. And then the one in the back, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head, but there's no leaks in the back at all.
Okay. All right. And did you renovate these?
I bought this turnkey 2 years ago.
All right. I'm guessing some shit is going to show up. I really highly think we should stay exactly where we are because I'm going to say, hey, I don't really know how old the roofs are, but it's currently occupied at 31% cash on cash return at this price point here. However, I think some shit's going to come back, and I think that this is going to be a really strong negotiating point for us when we cross that bridge.
Okay.
Because
Cool.
you know, my next turnkey closes tomorrow. I've got a deal on. Check this out. I'm selling a duplex 18418 Joanne Street. It closes tomorrow for a 10K fee. And if you look at the photos on Zillow, it looks immaculate, but it wasn't. You know, shit came back and we had to get a concession from the seller, and it just really slowed down the closing process. So I think having this awesome cash on cash of 31 is really going to help me get this thing sold. Let me pivot to dispo mode right now. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get this done. Well, maybe because the roof is a big thing for me. But
the roof is just because I don't know the year it was replaced does not at all mean it's in bad condition. I mean,
let me check your street view. So let me check your street view. It's 10240 because we can usually tell by street view unless it's a square property.
The front duplex, the front fourplex is a square property.
So we can't see it. Yeah, I can't.
Maybe do from above.
I've never done that before. But I know what you're talking about. And there's a property behind this. Well, I'll tell you this. I see newly wrapped vinyl windows. You know, that looks good.
It's in good condition, and also the brick exterior means way less maintenance for exterior work. There's not versus wood rotting or vinyl siding ultimately cracking. Brick lasts longer than both.
Dude, I believe I believe we'll get this done. I believe we'll get this done. It just depends on that roof and then whatever else they find. But this is great because I said I'd be selling deals today, and we're gonna try to sell a deal today. So I'm gonna
Do you want to discuss the other one or just this one for now?
Oh, I do want to discuss the other one. So we're gonna try for 240 on that, and then we've got another one here, and and this is Parkgate. Can you tell me what Parkgate is?
Sure. Now that one's a triplex, and since we just did the exercise of determining mortgage takeover is probably not a fit, I'm happy to we could probably just jump right into
just the cash on cash return. Okay, so I'm just gonna record these in my fake CRM, guys. What's my fake CRM? Because I want to show you that you can do this with no resources and no tools. I use a spreadsheet for a CRM on Google. I'm this very rudimentary wholesaler in a sea of people who have a lot of professional tools and stuff that we can do. By the way, just for my records, what did we do Donald for? What was the price on that?
150. I think you locked it up for 143, and you're asking 149.
I've got my contract here. Donald is contracted for 143. That's right, 143 to 149. 143, and then inspecting at 149. So guys, if you can get in contact with a seller like this, and I'm gonna be showing you how to find fire buyer connections today, but if you can get in contact with a seller like this, you've hit a gold mine. Harry's words were, "I'd like to pay you $40,000 a month to be my unofficial realtor." Did Instagram mute me again?
Please take my money. What was that?
Did Instagram? Please tell me if I'm muted or if you can hear this, because they've been muting me for no reason, no good reason. So 240, and then we're gonna go ahead and get an inspection going on this thing. And man, I'm really tempted to demo our new service on Dispo for this. very, very tempted to demo our new service, but I have a buyer off the top of my head who just eat this thing right now, and I already know their SOPs. So Harry, because I want you to be taken care of, I'm going to sell this to an existing buyer, and for the and for somebody else's deal, I'm going to demonstrate the new software we just came out with to sell your deal in real time. I'm going to what's going to happen is I'm going to find your property, and maybe I'll do it to the other one. Harry, I'll tell you what. Maybe I'll think on it. I'll think on it. But I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna get that sold right after our conversation on the next one. So I'll ask you about Parkgate now. Parkgate is a triplex you shared, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm checking out Parkgate. Looks a little bit rough on the front facade, but I can see that roof is still got some life on it, and I can see that our windows are vinyl. That's nice, and then interior does look quite clean.
Up until about a year ago, all 3 tenants were Section 8 tenants in there, so I had to pass both. Those inspections make you clean up the place.
Okay. So what do you know about condition on Parkgate?
I have 2 happy tenants and 1 rent-ready unit that I'm actively listing.
And then, guys, we can definitely talk about the addresses here. 10218 Parkgate Avenue is the one that we're talking about now. Now, sorry, I was reading a comment when you said that. Condition, you fixed something up, but as I look at these photos on Zillow right here, you can see that it looks slightly rougher on the edges. Not really bad condition, but looks like some broken, do you call this fascia? What's the wood under the deck or above the deck?
There's like 3 words for the part right under the roof that's like soffit, fascia, and something else.
Yeah. So you see we have a little bit of missing that. And then looks like I don't know what that line in the center of the property is. You see that on Zillow?
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but that's like a common. I could give you updated photos too.
Okay, yeah, because if they see these photos, these aren't updated because it looks like the carpets need to be switched out, but you've already done that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll market this as nearly turnkey. As I look through it, I feel like
here, just check this out. Here's the listing. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, some of this stuff definitely wouldn't fly with them. I'm looking at. I don't know if I'm sharing my screen right here, but
This is the occupied, not the occupied. This is our active listing to get that last unit rented.
Oh, nice. So we can see condition a little better here. Let's check. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look terrible. I feel like I will say if it's lived in, they're going to ask for some concessions, but they're not. It's not that they're not willing to buy properties like that. It's just that if shit comes back, they're going to ask for some concessions. So I'll sell these both to the same person really quick, and then I'll sell the next one to a new buyer. Let's run cash on cash return really quickly. Occupied or vacant?
So 2 units are occupied. One of them is occupied. They just moved in at 1390. It's in that 1390 and 600.
1390 and 600. What's the and then is the other one vacant?
The other one is vacant.
Okay. What do you think that'll rent out for?
Market rent is 1300. Section 8 is 1490. I openly say I have not been getting full rent offers from Section 8 lately, so I would use 1300.
Okay. So what is that total? What's the market rent total with the occupied?
So if we throw 1300 in there, 3290.
Okay, 3290. And what kind of price are you looking for on this?
My ask is 230.
Okay.
So
we're only asking, here's the thing, we're only asking 10K less on this one, but this thing is bringing in over $1,000 less than the other one.
Well, comps. I look at the comps and
they are all about cash on cash return. So I'll run it at 230 and see where that puts us. 46,000 and let's say 235 for the fee. So 46, that's 47,000, and then that's 1,250 per month. And then you mentioned 3,000 what?
The total rent, assuming we rent out that last unit in the market, is 3,290.
3,290. Okay, because partially vacant, 20% comes off the top. Then we subtract monthly. Monthly is 1,250. It's cutting it close here. I can see already. So we're left with 1382 of cash flow. Now we got to subtract taxes and insurance from that. So I feel like taxes on this are pretty much what they were in the last one, right?
I have my taxes and insurance at $405 a month, and that's based on my current mortgage statements.
Taxes and insurance at 405?
Yes.
Whoa. Do you think it'll get readjusted when you sell for 240 or 230?
Well, I mean, I bought it at 205, so when it gets readjusted, it won't.
But not by that much.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use, because it's a triplex, I'm gonna use 400 a month for taxes, and then like 140 a month for insurance. What do you think?
I'll show you the same screenshot that I took for the other property, and it is an order of magnitude less. It's literally a tenth the taxes. I don't know why, but
well, if you buy something in terrible condition and then you renovate it, the taxes can kind of lag behind because maybe the city still thinks it's a bad property.
Well, this was not a flip. I bought this. I actually bought these as a 1031 exchange.
Oh, when did you buy them?
I sold my property in Los Angeles and used the proceeds to buy these two properties in 2024.
Interesting. And taxes did go up massively in Cleveland, right?
I mean, I think they're just always high generally.
Damn, I thought there was something that happened around then about taxes going up in the city of Cleveland. But I'm nervous to. That's a really low figure for a triplex. Like that seems to be really low for me, but not terrible. I feel like we should use 650 for taxes and insurance.
I mean, I just use a blanket 2.5%.
Okay. All right. I'll use 500 for cumulative to taxes and insurance. Okay, so that leaves us with 882 net profit of 500 for taxes and insurance, slightly higher insurance, slightly higher taxes, like $150 higher than you have it right now, or 100. And that leaves us with yearly profit of 10,584 divided by total cost of entry, which is going to be 57,000. That cash on 57 is 18.5. So I think we're going to have to go lower on this one for a lump sum deal. Buyers wouldn't be like, they'd be like, yeah, I don't really want to walk it at that return.
Okay. What's the damage?
I think we should start closer to 220.
What does 220 do for you?
220, $44,000 down. PITI is now, or P&I is now 1,170. So I'm going to take 3,290, taking 20% off the top. And then I'm going to subtract the 1170.
I do have the other 3-bedroom in that unit, and it's identical, rented out for $1,390. But I don't know.
If you rent out the other one, we don't have to take 20% off the top. They'll consider it 15.
What do you say that one more time?
If the other, so it's not, so they'll buy vacant, but when they're running it as vacant, they assume 1 to 2 months of vacancy. So they take 20% off the top of each rental figure. Okay. And then if it's occupied, they take 15% off the top.
Oh, so I could say I'm going to rent out this unit.
Yes. And I could take 15. So if I can market it as occupied, but if I can't lie to them, and say it's occupied and then they inspect and it's not. So I think we should, let me run my cash on cash here. And if it's higher, we'll go higher. If it's 25, we'll go a higher price. So this is a cash on cash based off of 220. So I didn't even stack my fee. But let's figure that out right here. So, well, I should stack my fee 225, right? And you know what? Just because we want to make you a lot of money, 230. So this assumes a 225K offer. That's $46,000 down, 7%, 1224 per month. So 2632 is our net gross profit, 2632. And then we're going to subtract our monthly of 1224 per month. And then that's going to leave us with 1408 is what we're making monthly. Now we have to subtract 500 taxes and insurance. That leaves us with 908 monthly. Yearly, that's going to leave us with 10,896. And with total cost of entry being 46, now 56K. So the max we can, that's 19.45. So we're just shy. So I think the very highest and best that we can offer you is probably 220,000 with me only stacking a 5K fee to 225.
Wait. What?
I just ran it at 225.
Right. Okay.
So I
Okay,
think,
so 220.
yeah, I think 220 is the number to beat here, which is good because, you know, understanding that this is occupied at $1,000+ less than the other one, we're still 20K within the purchase price. And I
Wait,
do.
So 220 is my number, and your number is 225.
Yes, and I will commit to
Okay.
225. I will not go higher than that.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Yeah. And you know, here's an interesting thing, guys. I learned this recently. Comps are super real and they're important for appraisals, but we kind of went over this. Like, this is kind of fascinating, Harry. I was in Detroit and I'm on Zillow virtually, and I'm looking at these duplexes that are pretty much identical to what you're doing. And I look at the ARV and I see these duplexes selling for 210. And I made the assumption, I said, some idiot bought this for 210 and they shouldn't have bought it for 210. Like somebody who's genuinely slow shouldn't have bought this for and I showed them why. I showed them that their PITI was within like $600 of the rent before taking off expenses. So, and I was like, I know I can find a sucker to buy a property that high, which is what the comps are showing. But the only way for me to do it is to sit on Zillow for 6 months. We looked at the history of that property and it sat on Zillow for 6 months. And then you know what we found? We found out that the LLC that owned it was called like Sparkle Cleans Houses LLC. So somebody has a cleaning business that makes them enough money to buy real estate. Their CPI told them to buy real estate, but they didn't know enough about real estate to underwrite correctly and set up an LLC so that their cleaning business isn't liable for anything that happens in the property. So as we said, they found a sucker. So when somebody tells me comps, I'm like, I acknowledge comps for multifamily and it helps with the appraisal. But if we are to access that price point, we're sitting on Zillow for 6 months and the holding costs are devastating. So it's a really.
But you're actually bringing up a great point. This is why I like working with wholesalers, because when I have tried to sell stuff to the MLS, it just ends up sitting and I just hear like happy words from the agent. Oh, I got a phone call today about your property. They were so excited. Maybe we'll get an offer in a week. I just actually spoke to someone like you.
I'll say this. You caveat that with good wholesale, myself included. Dude, you know what's interesting, Harry? This is a deal exactly like a deal I did 4 years ago on West 58th Street in Cleveland, Ohio, except for I had no idea why I was making the offer. I had no idea why somebody bought. I had no idea why somebody sold. I wouldn't understand any of those things. And I'm just throwing out random ass numbers. But now that I understand the numbers, it's so much easier. But anyways, yeah, I'm glad we're so much on the same page about this because it just makes for an excellent learning lesson and a super smooth process here. But yeah, slightly worried about condition on this, but I feel like we could still get it done with a concession or some rehab that you do. The other one, I think it looks good.
Keep in mind, like I have renovations running, so if I gotta send like 5 guys to do 2 days of work, I wouldn't think twice about it to get this deal done. I'm not like, you know, and yeah, I'm out of state at the moment, but half the time I'm there with renovation crews. So if I just have to allocate manpower to just give your buyer peace of mind, and that's cheaper for me than the concession they're asking for, that's going to be an obvious move on my part. So
you know, this is the beauty of wholesaling. Like Ohio made it a little bit hard to wholesale, but Harry will sign the wholesale disclosure so that we can get this done. Because Harry, I literally cannot move through the title process. They will red flag the deal if I don't have your disclosure, but we'll get that signed. But I know it's not crazy they made that law, especially when it's so helpful to you guys. I get it, but like, that's definitely not a true desire of the senators. That is 150% the NAR lobbying to senators and senators being paid off to do something that they don't really even care about. There's no genuine wholesale complaints like, oh, those damn wholesalers. But you know what there is? There's big National Association of Realtor money going into the pockets of Ohio Congress people who vote for a law that they're like, Senate Bill SC 45321.6. I guess I got paid by this organization to vote no. Yes, and then they do because it keeps them in office. And then you're just like, bro, you're impacting real people's lives because you're getting paid. It's just the United States is just a mess. That's not even politics, guys. That's just how our country works. But anyways, yeah. So why is this cool for us about this? Okay, cool. Harry sold this property. What's insane here is that Harry days ago had a conversation about a separate property, which I sold and signed to another buyer for $6,000 just based off of 20 minutes of work I did. Harry sends me these two opportunities, and I might be able to stack another $10,000 on them for also another 20 minutes of work. And if you're like, bro, you've been live for way longer than 20 minutes. The thing is, it's because we're doing a demo. If Harry and I really had this conversation realistically, I would have my cash on cash return in about 90 seconds. I'd tell him, we'd pivot, and then we'd be there. I wouldn't even discuss mortgage takeover with him because I'd know instantly looking at the deal. So we're genuinely talking about maybe 25 minutes of work for $15,000. And that's no other industry anywhere except for high ticket gambling, which is risky as hell, is going to make you money like that in that short of time.
And something that you bring up that's just relevant, like a social media presence is definitely useful. You don't need it. Someone can easily be in the Facebook groups day in and day out, getting on the phones, building a network of buyers and sellers, going to meetups, and then maybe posting about it online once in a while. So you don't have to necessarily be huge on social media to build a network of buyers and sellers. And my favorite wholesalers are the ones that are just building that network, showing up every day, easy to get a hold of, easy to, they'll take phone calls, they'll respond to your texts, just putting their money where their mouth is, if you will.
Dude, and you know what's crazy, Harry? We just came out with a new software, which I'm going to demo today. But essentially what it does is this. I almost don't even want to tell you this because you're going to start using it and stop using me. But, well, you might not have time to. But essentially, you put in a property and it skip traces based on call records, not just public phone data records, that too, but also call records. And it gives you 5 phone numbers or 10 phone numbers per person. And it shows an entire history of their flips and rental activities and purchases with the SCR loans. And then it gives you their phone number. And today I looked at one of these deals and the guy's flip was on the market pending. We like, yes, I'm looking for more. And I'm like, no way that shit just worked. No way. And Harry, because I want you to be taken care of and I don't want any new buyer bullshit, I'm going to sell it to existing people that I know will close no matter what. But I'm going to be selling some of my students wholesale deals to these buyers today. And honestly, I think that now Facebook is a really good opportunity to find these. But beyond that, you could just look at the skip trace list of buyers and give them a couple calls, because skip tracing this is better skip tracing than I've seen anywhere. You know how I typically say 40% accuracy for skip tracing, guys? This is like 80% accuracy. And I believe that so thoroughly that I'm willing to make calls on your wholesale deals today. And when I sell your deals, I'm not taking a cut of your profit. You're keeping all of that. We're truly going to hold your hand through the dispo. But anyways, Harry, let me go ahead and do preliminary calls on these. But I'm going to make some contracts really quickly. I'm going to get those over to you. We'll get those signed. I'll make the calls and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Talk soon, man. Thanks so much for the opportunity. See ya.
All right. Bye.
So that's the new function of Buy Box Cartel. We'll be demoing that in just a second here. But how cool is that, guys? $16,000? Really? For like what I could do in 20 minutes? And then when was the last one paid out to me? Like the last real life closing wire transfer? 2 days ago, 269 Wheeler Street, Akron, Ohio, $11,000 finder's fee. When's the next one closing? Joanne Street closes tomorrow. Check this out. 18418 Joanne Street, $10,000 finder's fee. We're cracking the code. Like, we're actually cracking the code right now. I get before that I was your entire lifeline to get these deals sold, but we've just come out with something that's going to allow you to go beyond that. And I'm utterly speechless unless I'm a very good actor right now and I'm just faking how I feel about it. But I'm going to demo it live. You're going to see me do it in real time. But you just saw me do it in real time. But here's the thing that I'm not telling you. These are with my existing connections. I have existing connections that you don't necessarily have or have access to. I'm going to give you those, though. I'm going to give them to you. I'm going to show you exactly how to tap into connections like this of your own. Because, guys, I've collected $23,000 in assignment fees in the past 30 days. And I barely lift a damn finger. This is the craziest work-life balance I've ever seen. It has me not worrying about the future of Hold My Hand Wholesale, not because I think it's going to explode later in the future, but because I figured something out that means I don't really care what my Hold My Hand Wholesale income is. I'm making bank wholesaling and flipping houses. So anyways, we're going to sell these in just a second, but more importantly, how the hell do you do the contract for this? And you've never seen one collect. Okay. Here. 269 Wheeler Street, Akron, Ohio. This closed. You can pull it up on public record in probably about a week when it records. $11,000 assignment fee. Screenshot it. This one collected. I'm serious. We just got paid out on this. But you can confirm this one right here. That one actually just happened 2 days ago. Off market lightning leads deal. Now here's a good question. How do we tap into these buyers? How do we find them? I have to do the contracts and sell these deals first, and I will reveal that momentarily. But in short, if you go on Buy Box Cartel, we just dropped a new product, and Chris is going to demo it with us as we sell your deals in real time. I've got to lock in on this right now, guys. I've got to go quick because we are running out of daylight, and I want these buyers to pick up the phone. So let's go ahead and share my screen on a contract. Now, everybody on TikTok is going to be like, you're not sharing your screen. I'm sharing my screen with the Discord. The Discord is watching through my Canon camera with my laptop, my MacBook Pro. I'm sharing my screen. I'm going to show them step-by-step how to do this contract. And yes, I am live showing you this for marketing purposes so I can make money, but the shit works. And if you want to learn how to do it too, there's a $20 link in my bio called Hold My Hand Wholesale, where I will show you every single day, 3 hours per day, exactly how to make this shit work for you. So this is the return of cash deals, guys. I figured it out. I've cracked the code, and we are back, baby. We are back in business, and I'm so hyped to show this to you today. Okay, so let's do the contract. I'm actually going to make a copy of the other contract I sent Harry because it already has the same terms on it, but just a slightly different price. So remember the contract I did for Harry on Donald Street? Do you have contracts and Hold My Hand? Bro, I give away my contracts for free because that ain't shit. Hold My Hand Wholesale is a community that consists of 5 to 7 hours a day of live classes with a screen share and 24/7 customer support through our assistants, and then also courses. So contracts are free for you. That ain't shit. Have my contracts for free. I don't care. So sorry, I got distracted. We're going to click File, Make a Copy of this contract here, and I'm going to close all my tabs because I'm getting lost and confused. Okay. Don't need that. 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 Those are the two properties we just looked at, right? Parkgate. And so we need to green light this. Green light means go. You can see the 16 between you and I think I'll get a little bit more. I think I might be able to squeeze 10 out of 74th, maybe, but if they come back with issues, I will be able to reduce my assignment fee for that. And then the last one we just talked about, that truly does have to be 225 because the cutoff, and maybe even 224, but to hit that 20% on the dot cash on cash return, yeah, it's got to be, it's just got to be there. There's just no way around it. Okay. Whenever something super exciting like this happens, I'm just like, damn, like I have a hard time focusing because it's just so damn exciting. Chat, are we hyped up? Are we hyped up, Discord? I have to know. I have to know if the energy is carrying vicariously through me into you because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like it's bread time. Okay, I think we've got everything I would need to have open. Don't need that. Do I need that? No, that's our $0 down house. Don't need that. Yes. And we will make one more copy. This is Donald, and we'll make another copy of Donald. Copy of a copy. Copy of. I think that's what it's going to say. I think it's going to say copy of. Wait, is it going to say that? Yeah, look at this, guys. It says copy of. Check it out. Hey, Chris. 20 minutes, okay? 20 minutes. I'm absolutely cooking right now. 20 minutes. Okay. Instagram, am I muted right now? Can you guys hear me? Can somebody check me to see if I'm muted on Instagram? Mora or like anybody here, would you guys Instagram, am I muted? Because I think I'd hold way more. Can't see the IG audio is good. Okay, thank you. Can't see the live screen. Okay, I'm gonna restart the chat. Am I muted? Yeah, exactly. I'm in the Northwest. We should have lunch at Five Spice. You know, Five Spice is right next to my favorite restaurant, Bamboo. We should go to Bamboo instead. And yeah, if you're not a scary individual, I'm down. Okay, so I'm gonna do the contracts in real time right now. Hopefully you guys can see my screen share on Discord. I'm sharing my screen on the contract and how I'm gonna fill this out step by step. So first we're gonna do Parkgate. This is the, it looks rough, but it's better than that. So this is Parkgate. The contracts are gonna take me 60 seconds per. Like, I swear to God, it's going to take me 60 seconds per. I'm probably like 30 seconds into doing this contract, and I think I'm almost done. So we just need to put the price. We just discussed 220,000. EMD stays the same. Close of escrow. We will do. What day is September 4th? So the 5th is Saturday, the 6th is Sunday, the 7th is Monday, the 10th would be Thursday. So we'll do September 10th. 2026. Sellers, yes. Title, that's fine. And I think we're done. I think we're done. I think that contract's done. I don't think. Oh, date on the bottom. Date on the bottom. So this is, what is August 6th? Yes, August 6th. How do you find leads without Zillow? I would use Lightning Leads. I think Lightning Leads is really powerful. We just saw Michael collect. I mean, I think $14,000 on the first Akron one, 11,000 on the second. Michael, correct me in the chat. I think I'm slightly wrong. What is it? $25,000 you just collected? 13 and 11, $24,000 he just collected off of Lightning Leads, and he's got another. And your seller has one more, right, Michael? One more? Yeah. So just insane. Yusuf, I have to follow up with Joseph and Quaid about Mount Clemens. They've been dragging their feet on it. We had verbal acceptance, but I've got to follow up. Okay, so that's done. That contract's done. We'll sign that in a moment here. Let's do the next one. The next one is just East 74th. Absolute bread today. Absolute bread this week. Let's make that Times New Roman, and let's make that 11. I think 12, actually. There we go. And then purchase price on this bad boy is, didn't we talk about 240? Yeah, we did. 31% cash on cash return. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect. You guys see this? You guys see that right there? I hope this goes through. I think it's gonna go through, because what could go wrong? Lending? No, I don't think so. Harry and I have great lenders. Seller not willing to do concessions? No, Harry's a great seller and a great investor. Seller or needing a new roof, he'll do the new roof. He'll do it, just like I'll do a new roof on my flips if I have to. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm thinking about what could be a stick in my spokes and really just ruin this whole thing. Foundation issues. House is secretly condemned. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I think it's gonna happen. Okay, so East 74th, we talked about 240. I think the contract's done, except for we're gonna close not on the 4th, but we're gonna close a couple days after on the 10th. September 10th, 2026. Yep, trilogy title. There's all my info. Yeah, it's done. I mean, it's done. And then this was signed and accepted on August 6th. Yep, we're done. So as I said, you can do these in 60 seconds. Contracts are, I feel like, my concern when I was getting started was, what about the contracts? But dude, once you understand them, it's light work. So there's contract 1. Okay, come on, let me swipe. I don't need that. I don't need this. Bank statement. I guess we'll drag that over here. I'm trying to keep my shit organized. Thumbnail. I guess I kind of need that. There's another bank statement. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Can you guys still see my desktop? Is it showing my desktop or no? Contracts. Okay, so this is Parkgate contract. And then this is Donald contract. So we'll just put these next to each other. So Parkgate, we just need to sign Parkgate. I'm going to do tools, annotate. Can you do this in Canada? 100%. I have property that Canadian wholesalers have wholesaled me, specifically my single family in Atlanta, which is a great property, by the way. We had a squatter move into that property, and we had our our contractor in the area, move into the property and then turn up the heat to 90 degrees and then we started blasting death metal, and then we started stealing the tenant's food, and then they left. And they're not a tenant. They're literally a homeless person who broke into my house. You know what's insane? Get this crazy policy as I'm adding my signature. If you are within your house, if you are chilling within your house and somebody breaks in, so whole SWAT team comes, like everybody get on the ground. They break through the windows, flashbangs, whole crazy shebang, right? If you're not in your house and somebody breaks in and locks the door and says, I live here, oh, I'm sorry, this is a civil matter. We can't get involved. What? There's no way. Anyways, that's always been immensely frustrating to me. I don't get it. I feel like we should have better squatter laws. It should be treated like burglary. You broke into my house. That's something to be met with firepower for sure, in my opinion. If you broke into the house and you're not able to leave, it should be the same situation as if I'm in the house in an imminent danger. You've still broken into the place that I live, right? So no, I honestly have zero empathy at all for a person who breaks into somebody else's house and then says, "Oh, I live here." None. No room for that shit. Why is it tilted? Whatever. Yeah, it does depend on the area. If you're in New York, they throw up their hands and say, "Oh, that's their house now. Sorry." Okay, so we're going to go ahead and send this to Harry. Parkgate. And then sign, please. And then we're going to send the next one. That's signed. And the next one is going to be this one, which I'm most excited about. Most excited about this. I liked this thing more. It's also a rare type of property, 4 units with a single family in the back. And then I'm going to get these things sold and signed. 240 tools, annotate, text. I love working with a seller who you're friends with because they just know that you haven't snuck anything in here to somehow scam them or take advantage of them. They just know what it is. Hey, Chris. Chris Gallagher. Shit. Call Chris Gallagher. Yo, can you I'm almost ready for you. I'll be ready for you in like 10 minutes. Can you send the official rehab budget and operating agreement to the hard money lender?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Dude,
Congratulations, dude. That's Chris is a father now.
No. Uncle.
Yeah, he's an uncle.
I'm gonna go see her in like 2 weeks.
Oh, this is exciting, dude. This is very exciting.
Yeah, I'll do that stuff.
Yeah, thank you. It's in your texts. We're also getting qualified for a hard money loan right now for a flip in Detroit. The address is 16155 Trinity, if you're curious what I have decided to flip. So that's signed, and then this right here will be signed. And then we will pre-sell before it's signed. Okay, so contracts are done and recorded, and now it's time to get these things sold. Let's see if I can remember everything. I should probably have everything. I should have everything memorized here. So for East 74th. Shit. Oh, shit. I got to have these memorized. 4,535 for East 74th. 4,535. Occupied rent with, and then we're going to run PITI. 250. That's, what is that, 25 down? No, what am I thinking? 50,000 down, 7%, that's 1330. So 4535 occupied rent, and then 4535 times 0.85, 3854, and then we're going to subtract our our mortgage payment, which is going to be 1330. 1330, 1330. Then we're going to subtract reasonable insurance of like $160 per month. Well, no, he said 980 for taxes and insurance. So we'll use that 980. That's going to leave us with 1554 per month net. Divided by total entry, which is 60,000. That's going to hit, that's going to be, yeah, 31%, 30.9, 31% cash on cash. 31% cash on cash, 31% cash on cash. Okay, so I'm just writing these figures down because I'm about to market these. I need to know what I'm marketing. So I'm marketing 4535 and then 1554 per month net. 4535 occupied. 4535 occupied rent, and then PITI on this is going to be 1330 plus 980. That's going to be 2310. 2310 PITI. Harry just signed. I just got a text. He just signed. That's going to be, did I just say 2310? Gosh, I'm all over the place. 2310 PITI, 31% cash on cash return. $250, 4535 occupied rent, 2310 PITI, 31% cash on cash return, seller willing to do any repairs needed. Now we do the other one. The other one was occupied at 3,000. Does anybody remember the figure? Anybody remember the figure for the triplex? 3,000. I gotta call and ask.
Richard.
Yo, what was the occupied figure for the triplex again, or potential figure? 2 rented, 1 vacant, 3,000. What was it?
Give me 1 second. I know off the top of my head, one is rented for $1,390. One is rented for $600. So that's $1,990.
wait. Why is one rented for 600?
Because it's an attic unit.
Oh, I see. Okay, 1330, 600, and the other one will go for
No, $1,390.
1390.
600. And then the market rent, I have in my spreadsheet as 1,300.
Because the other one's getting it.
Yeah.
Identical unit to the 1390.
Yes.
Understood. Huge. Thank you. That was all.
Cool.
All right, talk soon. I'm about to market these right now. I'm gonna call the buyer right now.
All right. Sweet.
See you. Bye. 1390. And then we need PITI at buyer's price of 225 really quick. This one's a little slim. 225 down payment on 225 is, what is that? 47? No, 46? 46 500? No. What am I slow? 45? Yes, 45. Okay. 45K. Does this guy have a husband? If not, I'll apply. You do your thing, dog. Okay. So this is 1197 for P&I. We're going to take off 20%, 1197 for P&I. 1197, and he's got 405 taxes and insurance on this, but I used 500. And then 1197. We'll talk about PITI later. So we're going to use the 500. That's going to net 935 multiplied by 12. It's going to net 11,220 divided by total cost of entry. That's 45 plus 10 for closing costs, 55K. That's 20.4%. I'm on par. That's exactly where we need to be. 20.4%. Okay, 24% cash on cash return. 20.4% COC. And then what is our PITI really quickly, just so I can say everything off the top of my head. That's 1197 plus 500 is 1697 PITI. 1697 PITI. And I'm so sorry to make you guys wait, but it's time for a bathroom break. I'll be 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. 1697 PITI. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Instagram, the views look like 16 people out of 400 or 514,000. That's just despicable. I can't believe it, especially with what I'm doing right now. I just can't believe it. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. I'm gonna Instagram. I'm gonna restart the live stream. There's 13. Now 11. There's 11 out of 514,000 people. Out of 514,000.0000001 decided to show up. So we're gonna restart it.
Don't they have a service where they can get?
That was like a one-time thing they did for us.
What if we? Because I remember talking to them on the phone about it, and they said it was possible. What if you offered to pay them?
What if we offered to pay our good friend Nick, who's sitting on his ass doing jack shit right now, telling people he's working after I gave him banana bread and paid for his time to do it? What if that? Oh my God. I handmade a banana bread and brought it to him. I drove it to his house and I'm like, I will pay you to do something for 45 minutes. And he's like, oh, I don't know, maybe. Bro, I taught you how to buy the rental you own. I hand delivered it to you on your fucking plate and showed you everything I knew about content. And then you're helping you with the software. And I'm just like, bruh, please just help me with this one thing since you have a truck. Holy shit, he should help us. Anyways, we're restarting this. Crazy work, guys. I don't have a truck, so I can't move my boat. And I'll pay you for your time. I'll pay you. I gave you banana bread. Kindness of my heart. Wow, what am I doing? Okay. Sorry. Brief banana bread boat crash out. What size boat? I think it's like 19 feet or something. I'm giving him $100 for 45 minutes of his time, but it's just a good friend of mine. I've known him since high school. Like, come on, bro. Don't just help me out. Just help me out. Why is my chair old? So are we sending? Okay. Calling. Watch me sell these deals live, guys. Watch this.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well. Remember that seller I told you I found? It's going to yield like 8 deals a month for us?
In Cleveland?
Yep.
Yes.
Renovated 5-unit, renovated triplex, 31% cash on cash on the 5-unit, 21% cash on cash on the triplex. Seller is willing to do concessions. Seller is willing to do repairs if you find anything during the inspection. So this is the same seller whose property you're walking in Cleveland. By the way, is that confirmed for Saturday?
I'd have to let me follow up with the team.
Definitely want to do that because I don't want the seller to think I'm not serious about this
Right.
stuff.
No, you're good. No, I sent that out to the team. I'm trying to have as much that the team manage as much as this as possible. I'm trying to take care of some few things, but anyways, let me follow up with them and I'll confirm that for Saturday at 1.
Yeah, write that down because I'm about to tell you a number of other really cool things, and then I'll post this in Slack.
Okay.
So really, really good news. The 5-unit, which actually has an interesting layout. We have a brick 4-unit, a nice looking fourplex on Parkgate Street in Cleveland without any shootings, in a good zip code. And the price on that is $250, and it is currently occupied. Full occupancy, all 5 units at $4,535 per month for $250. Sorry, that yields a 2310 PITI using $980 for taxes and insurance. So his taxes and insurance on his mortgage statement are stupid high for some reason. So we're using his exact taxes and insurance, which still yields a PITI of $2,300. Now it's occupied at $4,535, and taking 15% off the top of that for any sort of management and issues that you see, it hits 31%. Also using $10K for closing costs. So occupied, renovated, and if not fully renovated to your liking, doesn't matter. Seller will do concessions and repairs himself with his in-house rehab team, which is much better than my own since he's been doing this for like 4 years now.
Awesome. Okay, no, sounds good. Yeah, get me all the info over on Slack and I'll go sit down with the team.
And then, so maybe we can even walk that on Saturday with the other one since your guys walking around. And then for the other one, on Parkgate, this is a triplex, a true triplex, and it is $225,000. I think cash on cash hits your mark at 20.4%, but your PITI is about $1,700, and it will rent 2 out of 3 units are occupied, but it will rent for $3,290 per month, and that is using $1,300 for the occupied unit, which is occupied at $1,390 right now, and $1,300 for the non-occupied unit. And then the other one's an attic unit occupied at $600 per month. So we're looking at a total of $3,300 with $1,700 coming out, which hits a 20.4% cash on cash. So seller was able to see reason and sell it just at the 20% after my fee on it. So slightly above that, but I'm hoping that one will work for you guys too.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, happy to look at it.
Yeah, huge. Okay. Well, I'm going to get these over. I'm sure you have clients for Cleveland. And the thing about Cleveland is,
I got plenty, yeah.
They put in a wholesale restriction. So this guy's a buddy of mine, and he'll sign the wholesale disclosure. But the reason our Cleveland deal slowed down from when we first started working together is because of the law that they put in place in March. So
more and more states you're seeing do that, or
no, not right now. Just Cleveland. But the good news is the seller's signing the wholesale disclosure. So we've got a rare connection that'll not just yield these. I mean, shit, dude, we're looking at 11 units. I have 11 units for you in the past 5 days. That duplex, 5-plex, and a triplex. So we're looking at 11 units in a 5-day period of time. And dude, in probably 2 to 3 weeks, I'll have more for you.
Okay, awesome. No, I like Cleveland. We're definitely wanting to scale up there. So yeah, send these over as soon as you can on Slack, and I'll review it with the team, and I'll confirm that Saturday at 1.
Excellent. Yes. Do let me know about Saturday at 1 because we need to show this seller that we're serious.
Okay, I'm on that right now. As soon as we hang up.
Huge. Thank you so much, Quaid. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Richard.
See ya.
Appreciate you.
Bye.
Take care.
So this is good news. This is exciting, and this is good news. We are going to schedule walkthroughs for these. I'm now going to put them in Slack so bro doesn't forget about them. That's how they work. The buyers sometimes have Slack. And then I'm going to schedule walkthroughs on these, and then we're going to dispo live. So let me just ask. So I think we have signed contract for both. Let me just check to see if we got signed contract back for both. Yes, we did. Signed contract both. Huge. So I'll delete the unsigned contracts, and we'll add in the signed contracts, and then I will call Harry and ask when the best time for walkthroughs is. Well, we should probably put these in Slack. I'm going to put these in Slack first. Okay, so I'm just putting these in Slack for them. Address, PITI, rent, everything. So this is East 74th, Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, that's 250. So this is one. $250,000. So $250,000 for 5 units, occupied at 4,535 per month. PITI is, and then we wrote the PITI down for that. It's going to be the 2310. 2310. 2310 at 7% rate. And then 2, we're looking at Parkgate Avenue in Cleveland. So we just sold those for a potential cumulative 15, hopefully. And then that's going to go to Slack. And then this is going to be for, and I can even share my screen and just show you what I'm doing, guys. Check this out. So I'm just putting these things in Slack, and we're going to write this at 225 for a quad. This one's a quadplex plus 1 SFR on the same lot. And this is 225 for a triplex with 2 out of 3 units rented. Will rent for, and then total on the triplex is 23 or 3,300. 3,300, 3,300. With PITI of 1697. Huge. Send. Now we schedule walkthroughs. Calling Harry. Thanks, Ryan. You ready?
Hello.
Wait 1 sec. Yo, Chris, can you come on 5? Okay. When they're interested, they're ready to go. When can they walk?
Whenever.
Okay. Do we want to? Will your guy be too busy to? So this is the same buyer that's buying your other one. Can we have them walk? Are they within a close enough area for them to walk all at once?
Yeah. Well, so literally, the 5 unit could not be closer. It's like around the block, like on that literal block. If you go around the block, you pass it. The other one, it's like, I don't know, 10-minute drive away max.
Great. So we can walk all 3 on Saturday.
Yes.
Same guy that they're meeting, so they'll meet one guy and he'll take them to the next ones.
Yeah, they'll meet Jack. Jack would be best.
All right. I'm ready to go. Okay. And then we will continue this relationship and keep moving your deals.
Sounds good, dude. Sounds really good.
Yeah, really happy about this, man. This is great for everybody. Anyways, I will call them right now and let them know.
Okay, thank you.
All right, talk soon. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Quick call back to the buyer to coordinate everything, and we're done. And then that's my $15,000 plus the 6, so $21,000 plus the other 15 I have in closing, $36,000 plus my fix and flip, which is another 33. So it's like making like $60K in the next month off this shit, guys.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, are we good? So I just talked to the seller. His property manager can walk your property manager through all 3 properties, one after the other. The 5 unit is right next to the other one that you're supposed to walk down the road.
Regarding the Saturday situation, can it be done tomorrow, or is Saturday the only day?
Let me find out about that. I'm sure it can be done.
He can do Saturday. Would prefer tomorrow before 1. If not, then Saturday at 1 woodwork. And then I believe you just dropped a message in Slack. I'm going over there now. Are all three of those addresses in there?
Well, the first one is in there from a while ago. Do you want me to resend it?
Okay. If you know if you can tell me what it is, the street address or something, so I can find it. Yeah, either paste it or let me know what it is.
Yeah, I'll let you know right now.
Okay.
So the first one that I told you about a couple days ago is 7206 Donald.
Okay, good. That's right.
That was at 143,000. Did you write down the rental figure? I think it's vacant, but we'll go for like 26 to 2,800 or something.
You said you think it's vacant right now?
Donald, yeah, not the two that I just told you about though. Donald is a fix and flip. The other two are supposedly turnkey, but have been renovated in the past 2 years.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me look at this. I've got these two addresses. I'll have the team put together pro forma on this to see what these look like. And then you got this over here. And so the 149K duplex, you said is a fix and flip, or?
Yeah, that's been renovated.
Okay, so okay, gotcha. Okay, I thought you were saying we need to fix.
No. I'll try to find one of those for you guys, but I eat those myself too, so I'm like, if I find them, I kind of want it. But yeah, so I'm most excited about East 74th. I looked at the street view on East 74th. I can see brand new windows. I can see good condition brick. I can see brand new paint. I can't see the roof because it's a flat property, so we'll have to find out. But I think all of these are going to be a go. I can't imagine what would get in our way, given that the seller is on board with renovating and concessions if need be.
Okay, and then you were asking me if they can be walked tomorrow.
You're asking if they can be walked tomorrow. You want?
Well, no, you originally called me. I thought you were asking. Yeah, I was asking for the Donald one if we could do that tomorrow. But these other two, were you asking to see if they could be done?
We can do. We could. I'm sure we could have Donald walked tomorrow, and then the other two walk tomorrow. The guys on the ground right now.
Let me geolocate these real quick.
Donald is right next to East 74th. I hear.
Oh, because they are close. Okay, so we're eastern, upper east of this line. Donald might be sketch area. I'm gonna have to confirm on that.
No shootings in Donald. Not a single shooting.
I know this. I know we've avoided some of these areas. I'll double check. I know a little bit more north is definitely a little bit more rough. I'll have to check on this specific part.
I'll send you a screenshot of Donald right now, which also speaks for East 74th because there's no shootings there and they're right next to each other. But you don't have a single shooting in like a 20 block radius, which is rare for these places.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. That'd be perfect if that's the case. Okay. Yeah, although they are close. I just pulled up. Okay, cool.
Yeah, check your texts because I just sent you Donald on spotcrime.com.
Okay. Got this. Thank you for sending that. I got that.
No. I know we don't like that.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Awesome. All right. I got these. Let me chat with the team about these and see what we can get. Oh, these are a shake on the outside okay. All right, cool. Awesome.
And then one other note. The photos on Parkgate are old, so I'm going to send you the current rental listing so you can see. Because if you look it up on Zillow, it looks like absolute shit. But the thing has been renovated, and I'm going to send you the renovated rental listing. They're asking for $1,500 rent right now, but that's Section 8. We deem it to be slightly less than that with private pay, but here is the listing, which shows true condition of Parkgate, the triplex.
Okay. Oh, it's the blue. Oh, it's the duplex. That's why. Okay. All right. So a little bit more refreshed. Okay.
But again, I'm not. So Parkgate is the one I'm least excited about. But okay. I think it hits your criteria, and I know that the seller will fix anything that comes back negative. I already kind of prepped him for that. I was like, look, I'm looking at these photos. They looks to be good enough to me, but chances are they're going to ask for some concessions. And he says, not only will I do the concessions, I'll fix it myself with my in-house team. Because this guy spends half of his time in Cleveland, Ohio, renovating these properties.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Sounds good then.
Okay. All right.
Photos. Yeah, let me know tomorrow as far as the 1 o'clock for Donald, if that can be done.
Checking for now, 1:00 p.m. Donald, and then the other properties after.
Yeah, let me send these over to. Let me. Yes, let me. I gotta call my property manager back. Let me call him back and sort through this real quick.
Okay.
For the other two, see if he can swing those over too.
Okay, huge. I will coordinate 1 p.m. for you.
Okay, thank you, Richard.
So, yeah. Last call, guys. I know we wanted the demo, and we're gonna do the demo. Guys, this is Ohio. We're wholesaling houses.
Hello.
Yo, buyer wants to walk Donald tomorrow at 1 p.m. instead of Saturday. Is that possible?
Jack. Yeah, that's possible.
1 p.m. And then he wants to walk the other ones after that.
Well, I mean, hold on now. We got to give tenants 24-hour notice. Just
Oh shit. Okay. So Donald is vacant, right?
yes.
Okay, so we can do Donald tomorrow at 1 p.m. But for the tenants, we got to give them. We'll probably Jack. Are you? I don't know if you can hear me, but are you available the next day, Saturday?
Yeah, and if we get approval in the morning from the tenants, we'll squeeze it in as well.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna. Harry? Can you text me Jack's number so I can put him in?
Yeah.
So I can give that over to the buyer and they know who to contact.
Sure, we'll do that right now.
All right. Okay, cool. And then Harry, I might send you an NDSC just so we can continue to work together on all these buyers, which is just I'm not going to go around you, you're not going to go around me, because I think that we're dealing with large amounts here, and I want to continue this relationship as we have it now for as long as possible, especially when we start to get everybody in contact.
Richard, please let me pay you at least $40K a month.
Okay.
That's all I'll say about that.
My only anxiety point. My only anxiety point is I'm like, shit, well, Jack's going to be talking to this guy. What if they just start working together privately? And I'm like, damn, my buyer's gone.
It's more than fair. We both know the nature of working with friends, business partnerships, and yeah, whatever you send.
That's my only concern at this point in time, because I'm like, this is great for me, great content, and I want to keep it going. And I know you do too.
Cool. Yeah, I have no objection.
Excellent. I will.
Both happily sign.
Great. I will.
Have Jack sign it too.
I will confirm for 1 p.m. tomorrow. Just get me Jack's phone number so we can coordinate.
Okay. I texted it to you just now.
Excellent. Talk soon. See ya. Okay. Wow. And I thought that was the last call, but there's one more. This is the job. This is what it looks like. You're good to go for 1 p.m. tomorrow on Donald, and then we need to give tenants 24 hours notice because the other two are occupied. So potentially can walk you through the next one, but more likely going to be on Saturday.
Gosh. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to give you the guy's contact. I'm going to give you their property manager's contact. They're signing an NDSC, so the non-disclosure, non-circumvent, so that we can continue this relationship as long as possible.
Okay, cool. That works.
Great. And I'm going to put that phone number for property manager in your text messages. Do you also want it in Slack?
Yeah, you can drop it in Slack.
Meeting for Donald in Cleveland. All right, that's it. We're good to go. Thanks so much, man. Hoping we can get this across the finish line.
Cool.
All right.
On it right now. Thank you.
See ya. Bye-bye. And that's it. I'm done. We're done. That's everything. Now it's time. Hey, Chris, I'm ready.
Okay, I have to do this one quick go.
Okay. All right. Well, dude, we're just hyped up as all hell right now because I'll tell you what. Go get yourself a chair.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we're gonna show that I'm gonna be asking you questions.
Sure.
Guys, the cut is working. Look at this. It's just every single day more and more like sucking in of the. Chris and I are doing it together. I'm so hyped. It's gonna be great. Okay. Let me scoot over a little bit here, and then let's maybe like Can you get, is audio still good? Can you guys still hear? Maybe I should, what do you think?
There's some good range. I think if we kept it like floating down here,
Yeah, okay.
probably good.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
dude, I'll tell you what happened first, and then because what happened is only something that can happen to me because of my connections, but through what you've invented, it can happen to other people as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so get this crazy thing that just happened. So
Okay.
I'm in San Diego, right, this past weekend, and
Yeah.
I speak at a little real estate event, small one, maybe like 12 people. And then I start hearing about Harry's issues and his problems. I find out that Harry spends 30% of his time selling his rental properties. And the reason he does that is because he needs to sell them to his following occupied. And it's a pain in the ass,
Okay.
as we know with our own portfolio, to occupy these rental properties.
Mhm.
We're going to move these over so TikTok can see.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry, dang. I just want everybody to be able to see. That didn't obstruct any view. Okay, we're good.
All
to
right.
go.
Good.
So,
Get comfortable.
yeah, I figure this issue out for him, and ultimately money comes from solving problems, as you know.
Mhm.
And I say I have been collecting some super powerful turnkey buyers. There's a restriction that just came out in Ohio now. Very easily anymore because
Okay.
we got to tell the realtor that we're now wholesaling the properties. So he sends me property one. This is Donald in Cleveland, Ohio, and we get it at like a 25% cash on cash return. And it's renovated now, but this property, I just sold it to the buyer, $6,000 assignment fee.
Great.
Took me 20 minutes, 6K. Then today, Harry sends me a 5-unit, sold for $10,000. These are just my deals. Harry sends me another one, Parkgate, $5,000 assignment fee. This is $21,000 fix and flip levels.
Wow.
Fix and flip levels of income, in what I could do just not on stream in probably 20 minutes of time.
Okay.
And the issue is, if you're a viewer and you're watching this, you don't have 1 million followers across your platform and buyers saying, I want to buy deals off of you. So you get these houses under contract in Detroit, in Cleveland, in Akron, in wherever the hell they are. And you're at my mercy, and you're at the Dispo team's mercy, and you're at Facebook's mercy. And the problem arises of how do I do that myself? How do I do that myself? And this is where Chris comes in. And this is going to be the pinnacle of today. This is going to be the pinnacle of today. I cannot wait to tell you what Chris has created here. So how would you summarize this, Chris? What have you created within Buy Box Cartel for people?
Yeah. So put simply, before, when you went on Buy Box Cartel and you wanted to source buyers, there's a few different ways to do that. So you can post your deal to the marketplace and have buyers reach back out to you. You can run marketing campaigns to existing buyers on Buy Box Cartel, and that's fine. You get some responses. People are selling deals, but it's not enough. You can't really do anything actively to find buyers. What we usually recommend is that people go to the buyers list on Buy Box Cartel, and you can either pull from the buyers that you've already collected, and you can call them individually, which is fine. These are people you've worked with before and you trust. Or you can go to what's called the BBC verified list, which are the verified buyers on Buy Box Cartel that we've verified. We've grabbed their proof of funds, their LLC. They've maybe purchased a property on Buy Box Cartel before. And for a few cookies, which is how the credit system works on Buy Box, for a few cookies, you can purchase some of those verified buyers and sort of buy your way to selling this deal to someone who you can trust. Now we've added a completely new element to the buyers list, which is skip tracing buyers that are local to your property. So, for instance, let's say you have a fix and flip property and you're trying to get a $10,000 assignment on it, and maybe you're able to get some bites from buyers on Buy Box Cartel, but you want things to happen faster and you want to find more buyers for cheaper on Buy Box, buyers that are local to your deal, buyers that are actively fix and flipping properties within a 3 to 10 mile radius of your deal. What you can do now is you can put your address in Buy Box Cartel, and it will skip every single active fix and flipper from the past 12 months around your property within 3 to 10 miles. And you can call them individually and say, hey, I saw that you bought a property and you flipped it successfully within the past 12 months on in Cleveland, Ohio, and it's right around the corner from a deal that I have for sale right now. Are you looking for more deals? Of course they're looking for more deals. This is what they do for a living. So what are they going to do? They're going to talk shop. You're going to tell them numbers. You're going to tell them where it's located. you'll probably get them to walk within a day. And then from there comes your assignment fee.
It's exactly what you just saw me do, guys. You see how I had a buyer on the hook. I called them and then I sold the deal. Well, this just got better. And here's the thing. In the past, I have shit on skip tracing because I've said, well, in a text blasting form, because I used to send out 3,000 text messages per day when it was legal back in 2021 when you could do that. But the problem was when we skip traced the buyers, it was 40% accurate. And we're kind of seeing a similar accuracy with other skip tracing. But Chris, you mentioned something to me earlier today when I put up an objection. I said, well, what happens when I call 20 of them and then none of them are the correct number? And you mentioned that you've done something to kind of counteract that scenario that we've run into so frequently.
When Richard came to me and said, what if I make 20 calls and nobody answers? I said, hold that thought. I picked up my phone. I called the first number that popped up. So we took a random deal that I believe, oh no, not a random deal. This is a fix and flip that we're actually working on right now.
We can demo this actually right now.
We can demo this. I'll get my spiel out of the way first, and then we'll do a demo. We put in the address of the property. It skipped all of the buyers. It ranked all of the buyers based on how active they were in the market. So the most active buyers, those show up first. What else do? We take it a step further. We don't just skip these guys. We look at their purchase history. We confirm that they're fix and flippers. We confirm that they exited these properties. We confirm that these guys are legit. So they pop up. I grab my phone. I call the first number I see. I say, hi, is this Joseph? He goes, yeah, who's calling? Never mind. Bye. And I just hang up and I'm like, see?
We got to show the example that you just did. We got to show this example that Chris just did because this blew me away because skip tracing, I guess it got better somehow.
Oh my God. And with AI, I mean, what the hell? It's amazing.
I think skip tracing has recently gotten better, guys. And we're showing Instagram, we're showing TikTok, we're showing everybody YouTube.
Great.
I wish I had a way to share my screen right here with you, but unfortunately I don't think I can.
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk you through it, and you go ahead and do the demo because it's so easy, guys. This is by design. It is so easy. A 5-year-old could navigate it.
It's kind of insane, and I want to show Chris and I's fix and flip first here because it's an awesome fix and flip. We're not here to talk about how much money we can make on the deal, but more importantly, I just want to show you guys what he showed me earlier. So I'm gonna fix my camera, and then I'll type it in to start, and then I'll give you control of this. Let me make sure that everybody can see. Now, for the first time ever, I've just shared my screen on YouTube. Discord, can you guys still see my screen share?
Do you want to? Let me just like a little glass of water.
Oh, here, take mine.
Actually, that would be great. My mouth is
mine.
Incredibly dry. I think it's because of the creatine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that one's good, isn't it? It's kind of like vitamin. It's kind of like vitamin water.
That's good. Thank you.
I like that one.
Wow, you guys get to see Richard's screen.
This is the first YouTube screen share we've ever done.
This has never been done.
YouTube, is my screen share working? To Richard speaking is difficult to hear. Oh, sorry. We'll have to pause the YouTube screen share. I didn't think it would be doing that.
Audio good?
My fan and my computer's like, whoa, double screen share. We got to chill with that. Okay. So check this out, guys. We're going to use our fix and flip as an example. Chris and I are flipping a property together. The address on that flip is 16155 Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in Detroit, Michigan.
Okay. So what just happened? You typed in the address of the property, and it immediately started skipping buyers.
Is that what it's doing? It says it's loading right now. What's happening?
It's skipping buyers. I could probably like change the message to like skipping buyers. Hang on.
Yeah.
But that's what it's doing.
Or like crunching numbers or something. Okay.
Now it starts out at a 3-mile radius. That's fine, but I want to expand to an 8-mile radius. I want to get the most amount of buyers. I want to get the highest quality buyers.
So now what it's looking for is essentially people who have flipped houses in an 8-mile radius. And I have to show you one of the first ones that showed up here because one of the first ones that showed up, guys, it's a guy with an active MLS listing for a flipped property, and it's literally gaining traction. So check this out. This is your subject property. See this right here? In real estate, your subject property is the one you're working on. Chris and I are actively trying to flip this property, but I'll let you know, we could wholesale it too. You know, if we wanted to, we could wholesale this property, and that's what you guys are doing. So Chris and I are at the stage where it's like we've done enough of these wholesale deals right here where it's like, you know what? Well, why don't we just start flipping some houses? So we're taking title on deals so we can get $40,000, $50,000 checks per deal that we do. But if you're not at the stage of flipper yet, you're probably wholesaling. So let's say you had 16155 Trinity under contract, as we do. It's pending on Zillow right now. You can check. If you zoom in right here and you look at this, you'll see a distinction. We have blue and we have orange. Chris, what is the difference between these two? I don't know.
Yeah, so you have fix and flippers, verified fix and flippers, and you have cash buyers. The difference between the two is the verified fix and flippers are people that have 100% verifiably fix and flip properties successfully within the past 12 months. Those are people that we can, with 100% accuracy, say that they're fix and flippers.
This is cracked, though. I got to interrupt you for just one second. Because look at this, guys. I just got to show you something. This big house represents our subject property, right?
Mm-hmm.
I click on the neighbor's house, guys, 3 blocks down. Can everybody see that? I'm going to bring this a little bit closer just in case Instagram's having a hard time seeing, zooming in a little bit for y'all. So I click on that. And then I see this listing right here. Or I'm sorry, not that one. This listing right here. I'm going to highlight this address and I just want to show you something really quickly. This is a guy who bought this property for $117,000. I'm going to cross-reference Chris's data on PropStream. Chris logged me out.
Oh,
We got to log back in.
Oh, dude, I hate that. I need to make another login.
It's okay.
What a pain.
So we log back. We search up the property and cross-referencing the data. I just want to show you this. The guy bought it in January for $117,000. Why did he do that? Well, chances are, bro flipped it, and we can see he has it active at 225 right now. He literally has it active at 225 right now. So what I can do you see this flip? Look at the house. If we pull this thing up on Zillow, which I'm going to do right now, the house is fully renovated. And this is why I was freaking out, guys. The house is fully renovated. Now the only hurdle, because we know that it's working. This is a renovated house. It's been sitting on Zillow for 10 days, and he is probably going to go under contract in the next, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I can do before that time? Well, there's 2 things I can do. The first thing I can do, and I'm going to try to do this in real time while I'm on with you guys. I'm going to copy this number. And this is the first thing. So because keep in mind, there's multiple ways to dispo of these deals. So watch this really quickly, guys. Watch this. I'm going to call this realtor and ask her to be my buyer's agent for one of my finished for a distressed property I have that this guy could flip to represent a wholesale deal. And then we can also skip trace the actual owner. So we have 2 methods of contact. We can call this realtor, Mr. Evan Bassey, and be like, yo, I see you've got this thing for sale. Is your client looking for more flips? Let's see what he says. Watch this. So please pick up the phone, agent. Please, this one time, pick up the phone.
Come on.
Agents will be agents, but we can definitely skip trace the seller. Is this the guy you skip traced before?
Telephone number.
Is that the...
Maybe.
So now we're going to skip trace the seller. So here's what I would say.
Yeah.
You call the agent and you say this. Hey, I've got a distressed property right now under contract. Can you be the buyer's agent for your client and collect a commission on it?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that? They're literally getting paid from their client to buy the property. So what we've done is we've taken a distressed house, we've searched it up in here and found, and I got to ask about this, Chris.
Yeah.
It says 2 flips. What does that mean? Does that mean he's done 2? He's
2
done
in the past 12 months, verifiably, yeah.
So, and when you say 2 flips, do you mean he's purchased 2 distressed properties, or one of them has actually been exited and closed on title?
Both of them have been exited and closed in title with a profit of over $15,000.
So essentially illustrating flipper, not retail buyer, right, guys?
Yep.
Now, the real crazy thing we could do, because I thought I could get lucky and have an agent do their job for once, I was a little bit overstepping. When I thought that a realtor would pick up the phone and talk to a client, that is a bit of an overstep. I'm sorry that I assumed that. But what isn't is skip tracing the seller.
Wait, there's a better way to show this.
Hold on,
There's a better way to show this because I'm still working on the map. There's a couple updates that are coming out tonight that are going to help make the map
I'm going to reposition the
a
phones
little
here.
bit better.
You might want to take my seat so you can have a better angle.
Yeah, why not? Well,
Yeah.
actually, no. I can just tell you what to do.
Yeah, cool.
You've already skipped. So just scroll down.
Wait, what just happened? I had this guy up and I clicked skip.
It's a map thing. It's not connected to the skip trace yet. You want to go down?
Okay, scroll down.
Yep, scroll down. You see all of these buyers that are listed.
Uh-huh.
It ranks them from most active buyer in the market to least active. So this guy's done 7 deals.
Wait,
Seven deals in the past 12 months.
So this says investor type, fix and flipper,
And they've done 7 deals in the past 12 months.
as in 7 exits.
7 fix and flips.
Dude.
I'll show you. So zoom out. You're going to go ahead and click skip, and you might as well just rapid skip down the line, just so you can tackle as many buyers as possible. So maybe do like 5.
Guys, I'm gonna zoom in here. Skip,
Skip.
skip, and skip.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, now you've skipped all of these guys. It happens in a flash. I mean, you don't have to wait. It happens in I think a second.
So wait, because I'm fully new to this software.
Yeah.
So I've just unlocked these people.
Yes.
Who have flipped 7 in the past, 7 deals flipped in the past month, 6 or in the past year, 6 deals flipped in the past year, 6 deals flipped in the past year. Where does this data come from? How do you know that they did that?
So I can pull this from private data, public data. We have a massive database that we pull from that not only skip traces them, but looks at their flip history.
Savannah likes you.
Oh, well, that's very, I'm flattered. Thank you. It pulls their flip history. It pulls their phone records, not just their phone numbers, their phone records, because I don't want to just get a bunch of random numbers. If I skip these guys and I get a list of numbers, that means nothing to me. I can't rank them. I can't figure out whether the number's actually being used. I don't know if the phone number's active. We can tell you that. Wow, that's insane. We can tell you that. Sorry, something crazy just popped up in front of me. That's insane. We can pull everything about these guys. We can pull a full profile on these people. And that's just the data that we have access to. So what do? Let's go back to the basics here. We put in our address. Is everybody on Discord watching the screen?
Discord screen share is sharing. I'm just
Okay.
Somebody's commenting profanities in the chat. I'm just trying to get rid of that.
Yeah, switch that around. So let's just do a quick recap.
Okay.
We put in our address.
This is a house that Chris and I have under contract, by the way. This is not a hypothetical. If I were to look up this address right now on Zillow, what you'll see is that it's pending. What does pending mean? Pending means that we have this house under contract and have the right to assign this contract to literally anybody we want. So what we can do when we're trying to find a buyer for this, although Chris and I are flipping this property, is that we can go ahead and put it into Buy Box Cartel like this. We search up the address, and now it finally is its name. Now it finally is Buy Box Cartel. We've just skip traced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 investors. How do I see their phone numbers?
Yeah, you just click on the first guy, click on their name, and there are the phone numbers. Now you can see that the top number ranks as best. How does it rank at best? Because we have his phone records, bro. I know how often you're using this phone.
You know what else you can do?
I know that it's an active phone number. I know that it's your personal cell.
You know what else you can do? Guys, I mean, I don't want to leak this number here, but what I will show you, we do this on lightning leads all the time. Chris, what happens if I take a random set of numbers and I put it into my phone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What color is that random set of numbers? It's green, because it could be a disconnected. Right. It could be a disconnected line. It could be any phone number that is not active. Any phone number that is not active right now is green. But I want to show you guys this. When you grab a phone number and it's blue, what does that mean, Chris?
It's an active phone number.
No, it means it's linked to an iPhone.
Exactly.
It means it's linked to an iPhone. And if it's linked to an iPhone, their service is running. You get red receipts. And look at this phone number. This phone number is blue. So this first phone number that we put in is blue, meaning that it is registered to an active person. Now, the deal that we have under contract right now, we're flipping it. So we can't call people and say, yo, do you want this deal? We're flipping the deal. So what we can do is we can pull audience members who have active properties under contract and dispo them live.
But before we do that, I want to show you guys the functionality here. So what did we just do? Really quick. We put in our property address. It skipped all of the buyers. I expanded to 8 mile radius. skipped all the buyers. It brought up their phone numbers, their emails, their name, and an option to say whether they answered, there was no answer, or it was wrong info.
I'm gonna get banned
Right?
for showing these numbers. Try to keep them off the screen as much as
yeah,
possible.
yeah.
We can just scroll a little bit.
So you scroll down, I can see the buyer's flip history. I can see every property they've flipped in the past 12 months. I can see what they bought it for. I can see how far away from my property it is.
Wait, question really quickly for you. When you say you can see these properties they flipped in the past month, it gives you the address and we can literally confirm that they did?
Oh, we can confirm it because I have the Zillow link right here.
Dude, no way. No way.
Yeah.
Click on it. Guys, you can, so this thing
So
sold.
like sometimes there's old photos after they sell because they already sold it.
But what we can do
Yeah.
to confirm that one of these happened is, guys, we can cross-reference on another software and we can see low purchase price, high purchase price. So we can see what somebody purchased it for. We can see that it's owned by the LLC, Grizzly MI Properties LLC. But the way that you can confirm this, guys, the way that you can confirm that bro's an active flipper is you can look at the address, look at what it sold for, and then look at what it's either listed for or trying to sell for right now, which is pretty powerful.
Right. So you have all of their data, when they bought it, what price they bought it for, what their sold price was, what their flip profit was. I can scroll through here. I can go to Zillow and see if the pictures are still up. Sometimes after they sell, they take the photos down. So you might have to go on like Realtor, but these are verifiable flips within 3 miles, 2 miles, 1.5 miles.
Does this apply to rental properties? How would I, so you know what I said when Chris first showed this to me? He said, I said, I see that you're showing cash buyers, but the thing that I'm running into here is that 90% of our buyers acquire properties with, what is it, guys? DSCR loans. 90% of our buyers, including the wholesale deals that you just saw me sell for $21,000, are acquired with DSCR loans. So what Chris is going to do, what do you think, tonight or tomorrow? Or
I think by tomorrow night, if not midday the next day, Section 8 buyers will be up. And then 2 days from there, we'll have rental buyers, regular rental buyers.
So because people who are buying rentals in cash, I mean, it's kind of rare, and it's kind of like, why are you doing that? And how many can you actually buy? With loans like Harry, I mean, guys, we know Harry has 50 properties in Cleveland, Ohio. He bought them with loans. So we're going to add DSCR verified purchases as well, so that you can do this on rental properties, fix and flip, and creative finance deals. But question for you right now, could we pull a random deal from the audience who has a fix and flip for sale and dispo it live?
100%. So guys, what Richard's about to do is he's going to call one of you guys up. He's going to put your address in. He's going to skip trace the buyers. It costs 1 cookie. I think that's the equivalent of 8 cents. He's going to skip trace the buyer. And then what he's going to do is he's going to verify that it's a buyer. He'll see their flip history. He'll see their phone numbers, their emails. He's going to give them a call. And guess what? They're going to answer.
Now, Chris, you're really putting your money where your mouth is right now, because if it is disconnected phone number after disconnected phone number, the viewers are just gonna drop, guys. The viewers are just gonna be like, oh, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? So
yeah, I'm sweating bullets right now.
So I'm nervous because I want this shit to work so that we can sell our wholesale deals. But let's go check it out, guys. Let's go check it out. So who's got the fix and flips ready? Oh yeah, here.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So guys, this is what we said we were going to do today. Who's got some fix and flips ready? Riley Kelly, you've got one for you. You've got one. We actually spoke earlier, Riley. Riley closed a $48,000 deal with Anson Lee. Now he's going to see if he can sell a fix and flip.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, Riley
Congrats.
was. Yeah, right. It was some time ago, but it was insane.
Woo.
Riley, you said it's Section 8, so it's a rental property. Riley, I'll help you. I'll help you sell your rental property to the other connections here. But Chris, so that we understand, we need to wait to add DSCR loans to this before we can call the rental property people.
Yeah, a day and a half.
Okay, day and a half, Riley, and we can do that. But I can sell it. I can sell your. What city is it in? Cleveland, you said.
Oh, we have so many buyers there.
Yeah, it's in Cleveland.
It's in Cleveland. Okay, so just get your wholesale disclosure signed, and we'll go ahead and sell that for you tomorrow. So I'll set a reminder. Tomorrow at 1:45 p.m., remind me to bring up Riley Kelly. Okay. So Jesimar, where's your fix and flip?
I have a couple, but I'll send you the one that I think is the best one.
Okay.
It's under contract. So 614
Oh, we're
42nd Street.
well. We got the address.
Yeah, we're on the contract.
Okay,
So-
so we got the address in real time. Okay, so we got the address in real time. 614. What is it?
614 42nd East Street in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Okay, before I call and market this, I don't want to embarrass myself, so I just need to check your numbers, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be good. So off market. Oh, didn't we check this thing already? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I liked it,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yeah, you did.
Okay, so I'm just going to check it really quickly again. Guys, I'm sharing my screen on the comping process right now. I'm just going to comp his deal really quickly to make sure that I can say accurate numbers to our buyers. So here's the zip code. Say that one more time. 614 42nd.
42nd Street. Yeah.
Tuscaloosa. So the process of comping, guys, is I'm essentially, that's not the right area. 614 42nd Street. This is not the right area. What's wrong with my address, Jesimar? 42nd Avenue. 42nd Avenue.
Also, I'm sorry. Avenue.
I got it. So I'm gonna match. I'm gonna line my map up on Zillow with the map on Google Maps, just so that I can understand where this is. So I see this interesting intersection in the road. Where's the interesting intersection? Oh,
You know, one thing I wish that on Zillow you could go to the map and see the house directly.
dude, me
And then
too.
Like, what a pain, right?
I know this is a mess that you have to do this. This is a Zillow issue, but I think we found it. So here's the intersection of Crest Ridge Road and then University Boulevard. And then here's University Boulevard. Okay, so we're getting really close. So it's right here, and there's 43rd Avenue, and you're 42nd Avenue. So Vassy Drive, and then 42nd Avenue. So one, and then it's the second block. One, it's the second block.
I feel like there's a way, man. There has to be.
I think I found it. Vassy, yeah, 42nd. Okay, so now Jesimar, I just need to understand your bed's bath. What is this? Can you tell me what the building is? It's a
single family. It's a 5 2.5.
5 2.5.
Yes, 5 2.5 with a big lot.
And then just for our viewers here to cue you in on what we're looking at, because I really do want y'all to see the screen as we're doing this. This is the subject property. This is one of our wholesalers, Jesimar. He's been really successful. He has this flip under contract right now. We're going to go ahead and check it out. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quickly with everybody on TikTok so everybody sees this. And here it is. So I just need to see if people are flipping in this area or if he has a deal in this area. So let's go ahead and do a comp really quick. Let's do a comp. You're a 5-bed, 2.5 bath with 1670 square feet. What price do you have this locked up for?
125.
You cut out 125, did you say?
Yeah.
125. Now
ARV, from what I'm seeing, is anywhere from 230, like 220, 230, maybe more, because the flips I saw were smaller.
Now, condition-wise, what does it look like? Does it look like the same photos on Zillow?
So the photos on Zillow look kind of, they're still off. So if you go on PropStream, you'll see the actual pictures.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's, because I have to be able to, when you're doing dispo, guys, you have to be able to accurately market the property. And as I look at the property, I think you have a whole tail fix and flip, which for those who are not familiar with the whole tail, you buy the property, you put on some paint, you stage the property, you put it back on the market. We're doing very, very minimal rehab in this. So sounds like Jesimar just has a discount off of what the property is worth and what it could be in ARV condition. So let's figure out if that's the actual case. The property's right here. The radius that I'm going to comp in is probably just this small area here. So I'm going to go from here to here to here to here. Yeah. So that's the small neighborhood. I'm not going to go over here because you can see the street's end. That's a different subdivision. The street's end right there. So that's a different subdivision. So we're going to click apply. And if this is a valid fix and flip, I'll dispo it. So we're going to remember we're a 5 2.5 1,700 square feet. 5 2.5 1,700 square feet. Okay. I'm going to go to last 12 months of sales on Zillow. We're checking to see if it's valid. You guys would know if your deal is valid or not. And then we're going to start to put in a square footage filter so that we can only look at the right flip. So
what's his contract price?
125, he says.
125. Yeah.
Okay. So as we look at these properties here, this is an 1,800 square foot one, no renovation, sold for 250. So if we were to skip trace this buyer, they're like, man, I lived in that property. I was not a flipper for that property. The next property we see, older roof, which makes me think that they lived in it too. Yep, that's a family lived in house. And the truth of the matter is, yes, it did sell for 242, and it isn't in any different condition as to what Jesmar has, and it sold a week ago. This thing literally sold a week ago, and it's not in any different condition from Jesmar's. Now looking at our first comp with similar square footage, could be a flip. It is a flip. That's a flip. For sure, that's a flip. I'll show you what it looks like when it's a flip, guys. So remember, Jesmar's smaller. He's smaller than this property. Or I'm sorry, bigger. This is a smaller property than Jesmar's property. You see how there's no furniture in here? No furniture lets you know it's a fix and flip. If it were a family house, it would have furniture and it would be outdated, but no furniture, and this professional photography that we have and the MLS logo and everything just lets us know this is a top to bottom rehab. Even this wood right here is new, guys. This has never been lived in. It's a first time fix and flip, and it just sold. When did it sell? It sold for $229,000. And when was that? When was that? That was in September 2025, so about 11 months ago. Buyer is probably looking for another one. We've also got this property, which I do believe is a flip because of the blue door. Furniture inside the property could be staging. Kind of hard to say if that's a flip or not. Could be, could also not be. I see some personal possessions here. You guys see these personal possessions? That's not staging. So this right here is not staging, but what I will say is that it's the same type of deal. This is probably a flip though, on a much smaller property. Yep, that's a flip. That is also a flip.
And what's our bed bath count?
5, 2.5.
Oh, Jesmar, you have a deal.
So, dude, Jesmar, I'm gonna put your projected ARV on this. I mean, you've got 250. Let's just look at the direct neighbor's house really quick here.
I mean, worst case.
I'm conservative. I'm thinking 230, but you can easily get more after like.
Yeah, it sounds pretty.
Yeah. Okay. Then you've got this 242. He's just saying turn off the Sony. I will. So yeah, Jesmar, I think a perspective could be all the way up to 260, and I say a perspective because of your beds and bath mounts. But I think it counts. But I think super can't argue with it is 230. I don't think you can argue with 230 because of what I'm looking at here. So let's run it. Let's run it. Are you nervous about Tuscaloosa? Because we don't do a lot.
I mean, this is new. This is new, so we'll see.
So we'll see. So I was hoping somebody would come up in a market like Birmingham or Cleveland or Akron. So we're really putting ourselves to the test right here, testing Tuscaloosa.
And I'm gonna call myself out a little bit. I'm gonna call attention to a detail that should be right, and I hope is right. Those flippers that you just saw right there on Zillow should show up.
You think they'll show up?
I think so.
So the address that we're really looking for and the individual that we'd really like to get in contact with right now is going to be, I mean, hold on, we were zoomed out. Where is it? It's going to be this guy. We really want to talk to the person who bought and sold 10 Cumberland Park. 10 Cumberland Park is perfect. So let's go ahead and check it out. So I'm just going to go back.
Yeah, just refresh the page.
So we're going to refresh the page. We're going to go to buyer's list. And then let me show you guys my screen on this so you just see exactly what I'm doing. So this is so we haven't searched up the property. We're going to try to do that right now. Is that your twin? Unfortunately not.
Half twin, half size twin.
You know, facial wise, we do look similar. Okay, so let's do the address. Here's your address right here, Jesmar. Jesmar, this is how you're going to sell your deal, 100%.
Expand. I would expand to like 5 miles. Yeah. Give yourself a nice pool.
Yeah, 5 miles.
Okay.
Apply. Okay, so now what it's doing is it's crunching the numbers. It's pulling all the buyers who have ever flipped houses in the past 12 months here. And if flips are happening, we shall see them. I believe in Jesmar's deal. I don't feel like I'm marketing something that doesn't make sense. Jesmar, it looks like your rehab on this is
30, 40.
You need a roof. That's going to be about, I don't know, 10 to 12. And then interior, I don't even think 30 to 40, dude. Interior,
I feel like 25.
God, I mean.
I like to be conservative, so If it's 25, I'm thinking like 35, like
Man,
40.
it would sell in this condition. You see all the other houses that sold in this condition, it would sell in this condition. So, dude, oh God, 20 would make this thing nice. 20 is fresh paint on the outside, new roof on the property, and staging. And then maybe, I mean, the bathroom can stay. The bathroom can stay. And the kitchen is not great, but it can stay as well, guys. This is what the kitchen looks like. So kitchen is functional, but you know, you could potentially put in a new sink, maybe do new cabinets, but I don't think you need to when I was looking at the comps here, because the comps for this property, guys, as we go through them, I mean, look at one of our top comps. What the hell? What is this, bro? You mean to say you bought this shit for $250? Why? Why did you do that? I guess you're a retail buyer. And then I look at the other ones and I'm like, why did you buy this? Look at this thing. Is this renovated? No, that roof is shot. And then look through the pictures. I thought it could have been a micro flip or something like that, but then I started seeing like personal possessions throughout the property. They kind of let me know, oh, that's probably not. Like, is this really staging? Did they really bring in telescope? No, somebody left that shit. So none of these houses are, well, none of these top houses are in the condition of our fix and flip right here, which is great because this is a fix and flip and it's a smaller property, 5 beds, 2 baths. So yeah, anyways, now we will have all of our data.
Okay.
So Chris, what do I do here?
Yeah, just scroll down.
Okay, I'm going to scroll down and then should I unlock like 5 or 10?
Yeah, unlock like maybe 5 to 8. Those notifications are a little annoying.
Wow. Holy shit.
Skipped. Okay.
Okay, so out of the people we unlocked, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are flippers. Now, what is cash buyer versus flipper?
So cash buyer is going to be someone who is suspected of being a fix and flipper. It has a 98% chance of being an investor, but it's somebody who bought a property recently, and because of their buying history, which I had to really cook on this, because of their buying history, we suspect using an algorithm that they're going to flip the properties that they currently own, which you found one of those buyers earlier. That buyer that showed up and you're like, oh, wow, they bought it and they're actively selling the flip, but the flip hasn't sold yet. You can catch those buyers like mid-selling their flips, you know. So those are the cash buyers. Those are the stragglers that haven't sold their properties yet, but they're flippers.
Now, the people that I'd really like to call are the neighbors who just flipped this property here. So I'm gonna look for one, guys. So this guy says he's done 3 flips. I'm going to look up this address.
That was the most recent one he did.
Now $120,000 says he just bought this thing for $120,000. Jesimar, you have this house for $125,000?
Yeah.
So he bought Evans for $120,000, and it says he bought it in March, which means that it should be about time for either sell or come to the market. So let's see if his property has come to the market yet by cross-referencing another software, PropStream, that I use. So what I'd really like to see is if it's ready, or if it's about to be ready. So if the property is about to be ready, he may not be open to buy again, but if it already sold, okay, here's his sale. We can see his sale. You see this 120? That's his sale. We also saw the 120 represented right here. So we know he bought a property for $120,000 and it was the neighbor's house. You can see it's hers LLC. That's who purchased the property. Now, yeah, so it's not quite ready yet. So I can call this person and say, hey, I see you bought this property in distressed condition, but what would be even better is if the property were ready, if it were ready and sold. So if their flip has legitimately sold and we know that they're ready for another one.
Doing it through the map is...
Yo, is this the same buyer? It's the same buyer. Yo, no way, dude. She owns both. Hers LLC literally owns both of these properties. That's kind of cracked. So essentially, guys, Jesimar has a property under contract, and how do we find a buyer? We put it into Buy Box Cartel, and we can see that hers LLC bought this property on Hillsdale for $120,000 and bought this property on Evans for also $120,000. So and Chris, I would look into this because it's saying 120, 120, 120, 120.
Yeah, so that was probably bought as a I wouldn't use the map right now. I'd scroll down and see the list. But
Okay.
it was probably bought or sold as a bundle.
Interesting.
Yeah, you'll see that a lot.
So-
Like if you click on, click on this first guy. Okay, scroll down to his purchase history, right there. Yeah, you'll see like sometimes sold in a 3-home bundle. Those
Sold-
three properties will show up as the same price, and the reason why is because you can't tell what the individual prices were because it was in a bundle.
Interesting. And
Yeah.
then we have a list of phone numbers here. So
Yeah.
I want to try to contact Hers LLC. I would like to speak to Hers LLC because Hers LLC.
Yeah, it's the map needs a little work, so go down to the list.
So how do I find Hers LLC?
You're gonna have to search through. These are all local buyers, so it's best to use the list.
Okay.
Like I said, but
Because here's the thing. I
Uh-huh.
know we can find somebody on the other side of Tuscaloosa who purchased, but what I'd really like to do is, hey, you bought the neighbor's house. You want another one?
maybe do this.
What's the best way to do that? And
you
if we
could
don't
probably
have it yet,
go.
we'll be able to.
You probably go down to like a mile, and then
What's this website on? This is Buy Box Cartel, VIP.
like maybe fix and flippers only.
Okay, fix and flippers only. We have that fix and flipper right there.
Well, see what you were looking at is cash buyer, so maybe we can pull all of them, and then if you skip
So that's what I really want to do. I really want to talk to.
these, you could probably check through these guys and find Hers LLC.
Okay.
But I can come up with something that will maybe allow you to look at the map and then
Skip right there. In fact, it looks
Yeah.
like it's already there.
Yeah,
Because
it
because
needs
that's my true desire. My true desire is talk to this person, Evans, 1023 Evans Court, 6
Yeah.
flips. That's a different person. So
but the map's not going to work right now. So just like look at the list.
so they're within a mile. So we kind of just have to. Yeah, that's one thing I'd change. I'd
Yeah.
make these things line up so that we can talk to them directly. But
Yeah,
we're-
I can do something like that.
Yeah, we'll talk to Linda Maria or interest. So the difference between cash buyer and flipper. What do you think is more reliable, flipper or cash
It's
buyer?
going to be flipper. But again, like searching within a mile is so not preferred. I would expand it because like you're just looking within this neighborhood. There's so many flips that are going on within like a 7-8 mile radius, and that's going to pull the biggest buyers in the area.
All right, you pick who we should call. You pick.
Okay.
You tell me who you think is the best person to talk to.
Okay, so let that load, and then we'll do any buyer type is fine. Loading. Probably these guys. Oops. Let's just do this. This. Call him up.
Tony. And what did Tony buy?
Tony bought these.
Tony bought those.
Yeah.
Looks
So
like.
that top number is going to be the best one. Let's
Okay.
hope Tony answers.
All right, Tony.
Okay, this is the.
Tony.
Give me one.
His phone number is blue. Blue phone number, guys. I'm gonna put it in my phone right now, and I'm gonna switch my screen share right here for TikTok and everybody watching. And now we're gonna call. All right. He's flipping virtually. Lives in California. It's not a disconnected line. It is a real line.
You reached Tony Sable. Leave the message and I'll give you a call as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hey, Tony, I saw that you bought Short 24th Ave and then Virginia Drive in Tuscaloosa. I've got another one under contract significantly below where you bought those two. After repair value, looks like it's probably $230. We can get it to you at $135. It's a wholesale, man. It probably needs about 20,000 worth of work, and really it's in livable condition now. Like, could probably go FHA. So yeah, you could probably pick it up at 135, maybe put in 20 of just refresh work, and that thing would absolutely fly at 230,000 based on a ton of comps on the area. So anyways, I wanted to see if I could send that over to you. My name's Richard. I'm just reaching out to see if I can sell you a deal, man. Anyways, talk soon. Bye-bye. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Tony to my contacts, and I'm just going to put in my subject property address. And if he gives me a call, I can pick it up, and I'm like, I know exactly what he's calling me about. So Jesimar, what was your subject property again?
614 42nd Ave.
I'm going to give you
I don't think it's true.
Ave, and then that's buyer. Okay, so we have a potential buyer here. I'm going to say, hey, Tony, I have another under contract in Tuscaloosa. And I'm going to say potential profit. I'm going to say 65. No, so 70K. 70K profit, flip under contract in Tuscaloosa. Are you looking for more? And then I'll do address.
Thank God Tony answered.
Well, he didn't answer, but it is Tony.
Oh no, I'm sorry, his voicemail.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
it
hey,
is
Tony.
Gosh, I need that address again. I lost the
Great.
I lost your damn address. What was it? What was it, Jesimar?
614 42nd Ave.
Tuscaloosa AL. And then Jesimar, I'm putting you in this chat.
All right, cool.
And then we're going to look for a 10K fee. You have it at 225, so $235,000.
No, I have it at 125.
100. Okay. Geez, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 125. 125.
Okay, so 135,000 will be $10,000 profit for Jesimar. $130,000 price, $230,000 ARV, 5 beds, and I'll put this 5 beds on top. So it's 5 beds, comma 2.5 baths, 1,700 square feet, and then 230 ARV, 0.1 mile away comp. And then I'm going to grab your comp. Where did it go? Perfect. And then Jesimar, you're going to see that says delivered. So we're going to see right here that the texts are blue, meaning that this guy has an iPhone. So we just texted this guy, and I think he'll probably get back to you at some point unless he's like wary of scams. But we just shot him a text. We know that this is an active phone number. He picked up and he said his name in the voicemail. Let's call another one because I really would like to get a hold of somebody right now.
Yeah, just
So who's the
yeah, so like to close this guy out, you can just scroll up, click his name, or you can click the next person. There's Caroline.
Okay, here's Caroline.
Yep.
Caroline?
Sometimes they have more properties, so you can scroll through it if possible, but no, it looks like there's just 3.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jesimar, I want to call another one now. Caroline. I'm going to put her phone number into a text first to see if it's blue, because it's blue. Look, blue. It's blue. We're 2 for 2 right now. Hold on. Calling Caroline. Birmingham, Alabama. This looks good.
You've reached Cloaked AI. Can I please get your name? I'm happy to help.
Richard Taylor, Properties.
Understood. What is this regarding?
Your next fix and flip.
Please hold while we connect your call.
We should have started calling earlier because this is
Hello. You have reached the voicemail. Please leave a voice message after the beep.
I'm just going to call the next one, but Jesimar, I'm going to screenshot this phone number and give it to you because this is 100% that person. So Jesimar, this is 100% them. But that's another blue phone number. So we're 2 for 2. We're going to call another one right now. James William. He has Stamps Properties. Okay. First test to see if I'm calling a real phone number is I'm putting this shit into my phone. Is it blue? This one is green. We still do have Android users in the United States. So it could be an Android user, but we're going to give them a call. Tampa, Florida. Another connected line. It's also 8 p.m. in Tampa right now. That's where this guy's phone number is. One more.
I mean, it is late though.
Hello, thank you for calling JSM Services Inc. Please leave a message and we will return.
Okay, so that's another connected line. Jesimar, here's another buyer for you. Here's another buyer in the chat. I'm gonna call one more.
I feel like these guys would pick up if it
They
were
would,
earlier in the
because
day. It's all East Coast.
They have blue phone numbers letting me know that they're actually real people. And then when you call them, they have voicemails saying that it is the person that we see on our screen right here. So this phone number is blue. Fourth phone number, also blue. We're going to give them one more call. So see if we go 4 for 4 on accurate phone numbers. What is it going to sound like if it's a dead line and it's a not real person? It's going to say the number you have dialed is no longer in service. Goodbye. Or this is a disconnected line. Goodbye. Or something like that. We haven't run into that yet. So we've only run into accurate phone numbers at this time. Now, Chris, can't I mass text these people?
Soon. Mass texting, mass emails. You'll be able to link them to your properties and send them this AI generated, thing. It's going to be amazing. You'll be able to dial on here, text.
So we'll have essentially can we add a dialer to this that calls all of them and only gives you the phone number that connects? Because that's what a real dialer does. When you're cold calling, you want a dialer.
Yes. So would it call all of the numbers simultaneously and then like switch to the one that picks up?
Yes.
What if like 3 people pick up?
I don't know how that works. You'd have to look it up, but other dialers have figured it out. I'm sure there's a good solution to that. Okay, this is going to be our last call. I think this is Brian. He purchased a property in the area recently, and looks like he flipped it. So we're going to give Brian a call. Here we go. Montgomery, Alabama.
Hey, you've reached Kramer Miles. Sorry I can't get to the phone right now. Just leave me your name.
I'm going to double dial him. I'm going to double dial. Because that says Kramer. His name is Brian Kramer. That says Kramer something. Dude, I'm going to double dial. That's the real person. So we're 4 for 4 right now, guys. 4 for 4 on random connected lines on a random deal in a market that we don't normally do a ton of deals in, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So I'm gonna double dial that guy because that guy clicked decline. He doesn't know the phone number. I'm gonna call one more time. Okay. You can also expand the radius to get buyers that have bought a lot of shit.
Hey, you've reached Kramer Miles.
He's declining me. That's Brian Kramer. That is 100% Brian Kramer. He is through and through doing flips. So Jesimar, here's another person. You got to text these people, dude. These are active buyers for your deals, dude. So this is just beyond heat. And I almost want to keep going because all of those were accurate phone numbers.
Can we try something?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to try something kind of crazy. We're going to go within 10 miles, which is not like the craziest distance in the world, but I just want to see who the biggest flippers in the area are.
A couple more calls, guys. I'm enjoying this.
And I just want to get like the first 4. I want to get some megalodons. I want to get some big ones. Okay. It seems like
this is Tuscaloosa, so it's not
it's not super hot. Dude, if you do this in like Cleveland, Detroit. Dude, you have guys that have done like 20 flips in the past year.
Because we're doing Tuscaloosa, guys. So
Crazy.
we found 4 out of 4 people who are actually flipping in Tuscaloosa. But remember, Tuscaloosa, I mean, like 120K people live there. But Detroit's metro is like 2 million people. So, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
So here's
If it was Birmingham, it would have been probably better for sure. If it was Birmingham.
Do you have anything in Birmingham?
Did you try this guy?
Okay, we're going to try this guy right here. He's got 3 flips. Here's a phone number for him. His name is John Calvin. We're going to do the text test first just to see if I'm calling in a real number.
Did you call him already?
Phone number's blue. I don't think so.
Check your
Spartan
calls.
Invests 205.
Oh, maybe that's
205. No.
Spartan.
No. 205. No, I didn't call
Okay.
him.
All right, yeah, give him a call.
I'm just checking.
What has he done? Oh, good. Yeah, those are good spreads
Yeah.
in a couple months.
So you can see his
Yeah,
active
yeah.
flips right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So and it's a blue number, guys. I already know this is a discount. Birmingham, Alabama. Once again.
Come on.
It's super late in Birmingham, so I feel kind of bad calling these people right now, but
Hi, sorry I missed your call. Leave your number. I'll call you back.
okay, so not available right now, but I also don't think that was John Calvin. I think we called 5 and I think one of them was wrong. That doesn't sound like a flipper to me. But I wonder if we can find a deal in in a Detroit or Cleveland. Does anybody have a Detroit fix and flip? Anybody have a Detroit or Cleveland fix and flip?
A deal in
You have
Alabama.
You have a deal in
Got
Birmingham?
it done.
Fix and flip?
Yep, 2 seconds ago, I just signed the contract.
Yo!
It's listed. Yeah, I know. I've been working on this for 2 months. It's been making me crazy. I got it. It's 125 list. I got it for 80. It's got a lot of the material in the house already because they were going to fix and flip it, but the guy got sick. It has an ARV of about 234 and it probably needs about 60, 70,000. I'm going to have you look at it. I put it in the chat, but let me put it there again.
So you have it. So Kira, have you seen what's just happened? Like, have you seen these skip traces that we just did? I don't know how long you've been here.
Yes, I've been watching. I've been patiently waiting.
This is cracked, Kira. This is cracked. Like this is genuine. This is genuinely so fire. So what's your address?
I was just posting on TikTok this morning how I've had some slow months and I'm like, gotta stick with it. Being an entrepreneur, you gotta get your mindset right. And then Jason spent about a half an hour on the phone with me this morning and he's like, hang in there, Kira. And he gave me a whole mindset shift talk. So
this tool,
this contract.
Yeah, this tool, I mean, there's so many people in the group that are just stuck going on Facebook and all of these other
and our Dispo team, because we have 4 Dispo managers for 7,000 people.
I know.
This is going to help so much.
This is going to help you guys a lot. Make sure, I might just auto set the radius to 7-8 miles, but if you're in a heavily populated area, you don't have to.
This is Birmingham, bro. This is Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
So
I think it looks like one of your houses that you do in Detroit. It's got beautiful bones. I mean, that's one of the reasons I picked it is because it's a really nice looking house and it's, the bones are good. It needs work.
Well,
right? And they started the work, but they just couldn't finish it.
Let me speed run this. I'm going to do some calls. Chris is kind of showing us how to use this thing effectively now. Yeah. I'm going to speed run this. Guys, we've been on for hours today, guys, but that's okay.
Let me drop the Zillow link for you.
Jason sent it to me.
I'll stick around for
okay.
a couple more minutes, but
I'm gonna.
I was.
No, you're good.
I'm like, should we flip it or should we sell it to Richard? Like, what do we do?
Okay, so calling Washington D.C. phone number.
Graba tu nombre y el motivo de la llamada y comprobaré si esta persona está disponible.
What did that say? Somebody tell me what that just said. Does it say wrong number or not available? Name and reason for calling. What is that? What did they just say? To see if they're available. Oh, see if the person is available. I thought that I didn't. Oh, okay. Well, if he's trying to speak Spanish to me, guys,
His name is Luis Carlos.
Casa para dinero.
Oh, no.
House for money for you.
I don't know. Man.
Okay.
I think I know like 5 words.
Graba tu nombre y el motivo de la llamada y comprobaré si esta persona está disponible.
Ricardo Taylor.
Gracias. No cuelgues, por favor.
This is Ricardo, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. This guy's in Washington, D.C.
Lo siento, pero esta persona...
Oh my God, but he's got a blue phone number. Next one. This person right here.
Not available next.
No phone number available.
Yeah, it refunds you the cookie.
So if the phone number's unavailable, you just get refunded the cookie.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the next one, Priyanka Ben. And then we have 2 properties that they purchased, February 2026. Okay. Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Maybe that's do not disturb. Calling again.
Your call.
So these are active phone numbers. Let me try to call this next guy here. And we'll have to call earlier in the day because I'm calling at like 7 p.m. in these markets here.
Their flip numbers are kind of mid. If you expand like a couple miles, you might get some people that have done like.
I'll do that last one. Hartford, Connecticut.
Call has been forwarded.
Okay. We're gonna go to a wider radius, maybe
go like 5 miles.
5 miles. Yeah. Apply. And then it's going to load for me again. I just really I'm getting blue phone numbers and it's saying the person's name on their voicemail. So I know it's them, but understandably not picking up the phone at dinner time when a random number calls. So I kind of understand, but I was really hoping to have a conversation with somebody with their live wholesale deal right now. Okay. So if we scroll down now, we should be able to see much larger buyers here.
Yeah, so you have like
now I'm kind of shying away from the ones that say cash buyer because you seem to position them as less accurately as fix and flippers. What is the truth? What's the API call behind cash buyer? What's going on?
So cash buyer is someone who has purchased quite a few properties in the last 12 months, but they haven't sold. They're holding them, but they bought them for cash. So it's like, okay,
could be a flipper, could be a rental investor.
Flipper, you know, like that one guy that you found earlier that flipped that property and it's still for sale. He showed up as a cash buyer. He bought that property for cash. He flipped it, but he hadn't sold it yet. We still want to catch those people. So we call them cash buyers.
I understand.
They're not flippers until they're confirmed.
I understand. You know what I mean? So we're going to skip these 2 people. Maybe we try 3 more calls and then I'm going to probably have to go because it's been a long time. Oh, it's 5 p.m.
Sarah's done 4.
All right, Sarah, I'm going to open the call by just saying, hey, are you still flipping and are you still doing flips in Alabama?
What has she done?
She did Oak Street.
Oh, yeah.
Where are these? Birmingham? These are on Birmingham.
Yeah. These are within the radius.
Within the radius. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just, she's
active.
Here's Sarah. Is her phone number blue? Her phone number's blue. So we got another active phone number. So if it were green, remember it could be any number of things. Could just be a random set of numbers, but blue lets me know it's real. Oceanside, California, virtual flipper.
You've reached voicemail for Sarah Borg. Please leave a message and I look forward to connecting with you soon.
Yo, that's totally the buyer. Dude, so that's the buyer right there. I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Kira, this is for you. This is her phone number. This is real. And you're going to get more traction with her anyways, because woman to woman, you'll have a better conversation.
I have to head out, but I just want to say real quick, guys, this is available to everybody on Buy Box Cartel right now that has a VIP account. Just go to your buyers list, put in your address, skip the buyers.
Well, do you want to show them? I'm going to continue like one or two more calls, but chat, do you want Chris to show you how to get access to this program? Let me know in the chat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So go. Every single one of you has a Buy Box Cartel account. Most of you are on the pro level. All you have to do is go to Buy Box Cartel, upgrade to VIP. It's only an extra 30 or so bucks a month. You get lightning leads for free with that, and you get the buyer skip trace.
You get lightning leads too?
Oh yeah, you get lightning leads for free when you sign up for VIP. You can post your deals to the marketplace. You have a ton of different tools that you can use to sell your deals, marketing campaigns. It's pretty cracked. So I would get in there. Also, some prices might be going up in the future, so you guys might want to lock that in sooner than later. By in the future, I mean like a month. So anyway, it's on there. VIP, just go upgrade.
Dude,
I gotta go.
All right. Well, I'll catch you later,
Yeah.
bro.
See ya.
Thanks for showing us. Well, they want to know how to sign up really quickly. So you go to buyboxcartel.com
Cartel.
and I'll flip my camera, guys. So this is This is buyboxcartel.com.
So let's say you're logged out, right? You're a new person. You just go sign up. You get a wholesaler because that's what you are. You look at all of our cool stuff. Blah, 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 blah. You go down to VIP. You click get started on VIP. You sign up for VIP. That's it.
Okay.
So great.
So guys, just go to Buybox Cartel, click wholesaler or investor, because investors, you just scroll on the marketplace for free. You can check out all the deals. And if you're a wholesaler, you sign up for Buybox Cartel VIP. And Chris, are we still giving away a Corvette when we hit a certain number of subscriptions on VIP?
Yeah. When we hit 1,000 users on VIP, I'm gonna give away a Corvette with Richard.
Yeah, we're gonna give away a Corvette. So
it's gonna be wrapped in Buybox Cartel. It's gonna be pretty cool. That or $70,000. So yeah, it's a Corvette or $70K.
Yeah, so we're gonna give away $70,000 in cash, or we're gonna give away a Corvette when Buybox to a random member. Remember when I paid 3 people's rent? Remember when I was like, "Yo, I'll pay 3 people's rent," and then I did, and I posted a video of me literally sending the wire to random people. Okay, C8 Corvette C8.
Yeah.
Mid-engine? Yeah, mid-engine Corvette C8. Is it a Stingray or is it just a base?
It's a Stingray.
Okay, Corvette. We're giving away a Corvette Stingray when we hit what is it, 1,000?
1,000 users.
When we hit it, I'm a little bit nervous. Damn. We're giving away a Corvette Stingray, C8 Corvette mid-engine, or the equivalent, $70,000 when we hit that many users on Buybox Cartel VIP. And I just kind of demonstrated why the hell you'd want Buybox Cartel VIP. And I'll be the first person to admit we've had a massive bottleneck, guys. And the massive bottleneck is the line of people waiting for me to call my priority buyers so that I can sell your rentals and your fix and flips to my priority buyers. Don't buy 50 accounts, Brendan. Be fair to people. But don't do that, Brandon. Don't do that. Brandon says, I'm gonna buy 50 accounts. Piss off. Don't do that. I'm gonna get banned for saying that.
Or do it.
But essentially, dude, we're gonna give away the Corvette, and the bottleneck has been everybody's waiting in line to talk to me, and I get it. That's just frustrating, you know. I am only one person, and we got 400, 500 people on stream that I'm trying to talk to across all platforms, and now you can get your own VIP buyers. And then the other brutal thing that I hate to admit is that this is, you don't need to sell with my dispo team as much as you used to, because. Well, it's really simple, guys. It's really simple. You can cold call. Anyways, I'm gonna make a couple more calls here because this shit's working. Like this is not fun because this is working. It's actually working for me right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can get it done. I'm gonna go to control panel, buyers list, and then I could have sworn I had this open right now. Didn't I have this open already? I guess I lost it. We'll have to try it again. So, Kira, what was the address of that one more time?
Hold on, let me grab it for you.
Because I really just want to. Because guys, the icing on the cake right now would be actually selling this shit in real time. You know,
that would be so awesome right now.
Yeah,
There's the link too.
Is it 1717 or is that something else?
Yeah.
Okay.
1717.
I got it. Am I sharing my screen, by the way? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got all these people on stage. I'm kind of cooked. I might have to hand you off to Kira because I've been live for like 3.5 hours. Yeah. It is late right now, so we're gonna have a hard time getting a hold of these people.
I know. Dang it. I wish it was in California, but it's not. So
Yeah, that's the only bottleneck we have. But I really think this solves a big problem for the Discord, which is, having me sell your deal. Not needed. By the way, once you unlock somebody, they're unlocked permanently, and that you own that buyer. You don't ever have to skip trace them again. So you don't have to worry about saving their contact information. It's fine. Okay, owned for 8 months. That's a cash buyer, so probably a flipper, but we don't know. But this is a flipper, so we do know. Okay, last call. Phone number is not available, so it's going to refund me my cookie. And then I'm going to expand from 3 miles to that larger radius that we were looking at of, I think 6 miles is fine. And then I can just skip trace. So you guys are going to be seeing me sell my own deals. Does this work for land? Yeah, they're cash buyers. Buyers buy land in cash because the land is really cheap. Guys, I gotta get off this soon. I'm worried I might have to pass some questions off to Kira here or bring you guys up for tomorrow who I wasn't able to speak to today. I'm so sorry we got distracted. You saw me absolutely rip on the phone with Harry today, so I'm really happy about that. But I wanna go ahead. Oh, this guy's got 6. He's got 6, Kira. Look at this. He's got 6. There's his phone number. Okay. Come on, guys. Come on. Phoenix, Arizona, Real Estate Central.
Please leave your message for
Paul Weddington.
Oh, let's go. That's literally like 7 out of 8 properties. That's the guy. But come on, pick up the phone, bro. That's the guy. You see how it just said Paul? It says the name is Paul. Paul Weddington or Wethington. Come on, Paul, pick up the phone.
please leave your message.
Do you see how he's declining the call? We got 4 rings on the first one, and then we only got 1 ring on the second one. So Paul doesn't want to talk, but this is your buyer, Kira. That's your buyer right there. That's your buyer. So it's just pretty cracked.
Oh, I'm going to go out with them for sure.
Yeah, guys, we're going to get a hold of more people tomorrow. I wish we could have done this sooner. It's literally 8 p.m. Eastern right now. So obviously that's not going super well. But if we had done this sooner, guys, oh my God. We just saw so many connected lines. What did I just put in the chat?
Oh, yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah. The corona is crazy. Well.
Thanks, Richard. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Guys, I'm gonna be real. I gotta go pick up my boat before the place closes. Time completely escaped me. I almost always get through all of my questions on the stage. I'm gonna have to pass you off to Kira, but if you really do need to speak with me, I can totally talk to you guys tomorrow. I will be live for probably 4 hours tomorrow because of what we've just discovered. I'm talking about the cash buyers I have and then the new tool that we have here. So we are just running on all 4s right now with what I've just discovered, and I'm beyond excited about it. So it'll be easy for me to spend 4 hours with you live. And if you thought I was going to skip the wheel spin, we're spinning the wheel. And how about we spin the wheel for free Buy Box Cartel VIP for 2 people? For 2 people.
Rich, before you go, could you hook me up with POF with your name on it for a flip that I got going in Mobile, if you don't mind?
Yeah, but I only have 120K right now because we just spent like 150K on a vacation for 3 weeks.
Yeah, thank you. It's a small purchase. It's like 40. So it's cool. Thank you, brother, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I can help you with that. But I can't put my name on it because I don't know if your flip is a deal, and I don't want to necessarily put my name on that. But I can give you
right. But like Grandin Taylor, do you have it like with Grandin Taylor on it?
I do. That's putting my name on it. I can give you this. I can give everybody this. So this is my proof of funds. It's got, I don't know, like $120,000 on it. Use that. I'd have to review your flip and see if I wanted to work on it with you, or because yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, it's deeply discounted, but all right, cool. We'll see what's up. Thanks.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. Okay, guys, I'm going to give away 2 Buy Box Cartel VIP accounts for free so that you don't have to subscribe. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that through trivia and location. It's for a month, Yusuf. It's for a month. This is 1 month free Buy Box Cartel VIP. which is great. Have you had enough water today? Yeah, I've had 2 of these and coffee. So I'm a little bit more than half a gallon, and I'm going to drink probably another 1.5 of these. So probably be just a tad below a gallon today. Okay, so reminder for me tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow at 1:45 p.m., remind me to bring up Patrick. Okay, for the first one, we're going to do a trivia question. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Who was the 3rd United States president? Who was the 3rd United States president? Did somebody just say Bush? Okay. We're giving this away, and dude, there's like, I don't know how we're still holding 450 people across platforms, but ripping, I like it. Let's go ahead and do whoever got that right. I don't know who the 3rd U.S. president is. Who was the 3rd U.S. president? And the answer is Thomas Jefferson. And the first person to say Thomas Jefferson is Hayden. Yes, Hayden. Dude, I'm actually happy it was Hayden. Hayden's a G. Hayden, yeah, that's you. That's you, bro. That's you. Okay, let's ask the next trivia question. Next trivia question. Ooh. History. Okay, fire history question here, guys. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Which duo explored the Pacific Northwest during the early 1800s? That is correct. Lewis and Clark. I will take Lewis Clark. That is so, guys. Flag the person you think is right. I personally think Zach won that. Lewis Clark. I'll take it. Jay Guns said Lewis and Clark, and you are correct about that. And you were a millisecond behind him. That and cost you a little bit of time. I'm sorry. Lewis Clark, that's correct. Zach, there you go. Okay, so our 2 recipients of free Buy Box Cartel VIP for a month are going to be Zach and then Hayden. Sorry, Hayden. I'm moving very slowly right now, Hayden. I'm hungry. But yes. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna have Grayshell do this to your account. Grayshell, where are you? She's an employee of ours. Okay, hey Grayshell, this is Hayden. He just won free Buy Box Cartel VIP for 1 month. Let's give that to him. And then we also just had Zach win as well. And this is Zach's information right there. So please add free Buy Box Cartel VIP to their account for 1 month, please. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm feeling optimistic as hell right now with wholesaling in general and just selling these deals. You can pull them off market from Lightning leads, or you could just get them on Zillow like I'm getting them on Zillow. And then you could also just go ahead and call them on Buy Box Cartel. So here are my dispo avenues right now. Submit to my team, post on Facebook, but probably before any of that, Buy Box Cartel, make 5 phone calls, sell your deal as long as it's during the day. Crazy, right? So yeah, that happened. And yeah, when we reach 1,000 members, which what are we at? 200 right now. I think we have 200 members. When we reach 1,000 members, we're going to give away a Corvette. So only 800 of you have to join. So yeah, that's going to happen in the next month if you want to win a Corvette. And if you're like, you know what, I don't want a Corvette, cool, I'll give you $70,000 in cash. So anyways, guys, the only reason that wouldn't happen is if somebody games the system and buys 1,000 accounts. And it's like, oh, okay, don't do that. So don't game the system. If we have 800 people join Buy Box Cartel VIP, I give away $70K cash for a Corvette. Hold me to it. I've done multiple giveaways in the past, and I will do another one. Anyways, guys, I am heading out. Thank you so much for your time. I will bring up the members who we were unable to talk to tomorrow, but Kira is going to continue this live stream within Hold My Hand. Wait, Kira, I don't want to hold you to that. Are you going live? I'm sorry for speaking for you.
I think Jason's time, but I'm happy to whatever. I mean, oh, Jason's on stage too, so whatever. We'll figure it out.
Okay, huge. So the live stream will continue with Jason. Jason is a landlord of a very specific type of property. They are mobile home parks, and he has over 300 units, cash flowing him in excess of $200,000 per month. He can talk about that. He can talk about his auction deals, which he's flipping right now and wholesaling right now, already using Buy Box Cartel VIP. So guys, I am out of here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I got to go pick up my boat, and have an amazing rest of your live stream, guys. I'm Hold My Hand Wholesale. See ya. And then if you're outside Hold My Hand Wholesale right now and you're like, yo, I need help, or I can't find, this guy in the chat says, I can't find a buyer. Dude, I could put your address into Buy Box Cartel right now and find a buyer within seconds. You saw me do it. You saw me do it. We saw all the connected phone numbers, bro. All the connected phone numbers. So put your address into Buy Box Cartel, find yourself a buyer, text them. It's late right now. They're not picking up the phone unless it's like, I don't know, Denver or some other West Coast time. I don't know if Denver's West Coast. But anyways, guys, I'm heading out of here. Hold My Hand Wholesale is in session right now, so the live streams are going to continue. But I will be back tomorrow for probably another 4-hour live stream. And if you want to join Hold My Hand Wholesale, which teaches you how to get these properties under contract, you can. The link is in my bio. Or if you just want to join Buy Box Cartel because you already know how to get properties under contract, great. Just go to buyboxcartel.com. Anyways, guys, C8 Corvette Stingray given away at 1,000 members. So I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. YouTube, what's good, guys? I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.